there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Thermaltake Tower 100. The Tower 100 has a small footprint, coming in at 462mm high, 266mm wide, and 266mm deep. It's available in both a snowy white or black edition. This mini tower case comes with 3 easily removable 4mm thick tempered glass windows on the front, left, and right side. This allows you to show off all of your gorgeous hardware no matter what side of the desk you decide to pop your case on. Additionally, there are no awkward chunky screws blocking the view here, as all these panels simply slide straight out to make it easy to access your hardware inside. The case also comes with 2 pre-installed 120mm fans to ensure you get peak airflow from the very first power-up. Now, don't let its compact size throw you off. You can still run all sorts of hardware inside the Tower 100. The case is designed to fit ITX motherboards, as well as up to 140mm fans in either of the 2 mounting locations. You can also fit up to a 120mm radiator at the top if you're wanting to run with an all-in-one cooler. You can run with a CPU cooler up to 190mm and a standard ATX-sized power supply of up to 180mm in length. Finally, your graphics card mounts vertically in the case, with the case able to support a card of up to 330mm. So yes, that does mean it can fit an RTX 3090. The Tower 100 has an array of special features that come together to make this case incredibly unique. Firstly, after extensive feedback, we've made some changes to the airflow in this case. There's now a total of 8 superfine fan filters located on the right, left, top, and bottom. These are all designed to be incredibly easy to clean, keeping the dust bunnies on the outside where they belong. The case has an incredibly modular design, with almost every panel being removable. The top panel utilizes a simple press button design, making accessing the top section incredibly easy. You can fit up to 2 3.5-inch HDDs or 4 2.5-inch SSDs, including a separate bracket on the right side for SSDs if you want a bit of both. Finally, the front is equipped with a modern I/O port that comes with 2 USB 3.0 ports and even a Type-C port in an easy-to-access location. The Tower 100 borrows the amazing qualities of the iconic Tower 900 that you came to love, but boasts plenty of unique features that make this mini tower case stand out from its big brother. Its modularity, versatility, and small footprint make the Tower 100 a case anyone can see their next ITX build in.
You may remember a video of ours that we made last year titled, "Should you build or buy your PC?" Now, if we fast forward to 2021, that video does look a little bit dated. We're now living in the time of the great GPU and CPU shortage. The parts that were just one click away are now being met with pre-order, out of stock, or basically you're never going to see it again kind of buttons. Or worse, they're quadruple the price that they're worth. G'day legends, it's Jono here from Thermaltake Australia, and welcome to the Should You Buy or Build Your PC, the 2021 edition. Building your PC. Pros. The biggest pro for PC building, which is something I don't even see changing in today's climate, is just how customizable it is. If you're like me, every build has a certain look that you're trying to achieve. So if you have a certain aesthetic in mind, often building it yourself is the only way you can achieve that without paying through your teeth. You often won't find things like sleeved cables or the specific graphic card model design that you want, or even the awesome sleek motherboard you've been eyeing off for the pre-build. Nope, let alone having it being a case that you actually want instead of having to settle for the case. Another pro for going the DIY route is the fact that you know how it was all put together. You know the ins and the outs, which cables lead where, what's plugged into that port, and you know if you've been a little stingy with the thermal compound. All of this adds up to you being a little bit more confident, so if dust hits the fan, you'll be able to get in there and troubleshoot without having no idea where to start. Lastly, and it may sound a little odd given the absence of the mythical MSRP right now, but building it yourself means you're able to hunt around for the best prices. Right now, I think the best tactic is to actually go out hunting for secondhand monitors, cases, motherboards, and even RAM, as the secondhand market for GPUs is still kinda gross. Seriously, those of you trying to sell 1080s for 800 Australian dollars, just stop. I guess this is where we can switch over to the cons, because building your PC. Cons. Prices. Right now, people are desperate for PC parts, especially GPUs and some AMD CPUs. This means that building right now can actually be, and I could be wrong here, so feel free to correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but actually more expensive than a pre-built with the same specs. Especially if you have your eyes on a certain big chungus card, you could find yourself paying a whole lot more than you would usually. This brings us into the second drawback about building right now, which is that some parts are so hard to find in stock that it's comparable to hunting down unicorn fur. This is in relation to the graphic cards and some CPUs, and when you do find them in stock, you're probably going to pay a ridiculous 70% markup on them. For places in which GPUs are listed close to MSRP, you're put into a lovely waiting list and are forced to patiently wait for an email notification to say that they're back in stock. Buying a pre-built. Pros. It still feels very weird saying this, but in 2021, the best part about buying a pre-build is the price. You'll find that this year, in terms of bang for buck, pre-builds are looking better than ever. After all, pre-builds are pretty much the only way to get your hands on an NVIDIA 30 series graphics card right now. It sucks, but it's because of the position that resellers are being put in, having to buy bundles where it's more cost effective for them to sell an entire system versus just selling one item. Secondly, it's all done for you. As the name suggests, a pre-build is pre-built. You don't have to worry about the hours of building and the stress you might find yourself in if you're a first-time builder that may have bit off a little bit more than you can chew. Or if you're simply not interested in building, there's nothing wrong with that, and with a pre-built, you don't have to do any building. Now this next pro could slide into what I just mentioned, but I do think it's worth talking about on its own as well. You may not know this, but most pre-builds, I say most because I don't know if everybody does it, are stress tested in-house to ensure that the parts you receive are functioning properly and achieving the results they should be. This reduces the risk of having a part that's dead on arrival by a considerable amount. So with pre-builds, you simply plug it in and off you go. Buying a pre-build. The cons. Like I mentioned earlier in the pros for building yourself, you don't really know how it was all put together. Unless you're brave enough to fish in and take a look, many pre-build owners I've talked to haven't even seen the insides of their PC, apart from removing the protection padding upon arrival. So when a simple issue arrives, you might find yourself in a bit of panic, or sending your PC back to be repaired, which can get a bit costly. Secondly, due to the lack of availability for parts right now, if you buy a pre-build, there could be a chance that if a part fails in your system, you can't get it replaced. So even after forking out the cash for an easy pre-built system, if you find yourself the unlucky one with a faulty graphics card, it's possible getting it replaced might take months. Your pre-build could just essentially become an overpriced, overly large paperweight while you wait. So where does that leave you, and which option right now is the best? Well, I'll give you the cop-out answer and tell you that only you can determine that. But if right now you're entirely PC-less, then a pre-build is more than likely the best option for you, especially if you want to keep to a budget. However, if you have a certain PC case in mind, or a certain aesthetic for your dream build, or even PC building just seems like your jam, then you might have to dive into the trenches of the hardware shortage war and try your luck.
You got the little one and everything. Probably it's easier for you to do.
Just
first
jump
person.
in, do
That's
it
like
first.
the same
Yeah.
with me. It's easier for me to do first person.
Yeah,
Play
your
like-
little one.
Play
Yeah.
five.
Myself.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Jillian's actually standing.
If I stand, I'm probably
Yeah,
out.
okay, do it.
You
Do it.
actually do it.
Oh, this is a standing desk for you.
Yeah. Some cases aren't out to make a statement. Having a case that looks as good as it functions is a great way to add some personalization to your build without having to sacrifice elements like airflow or showing off your next level RGB setup. Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Thermaltake Divider 300 ARGB mid-tower case. A versatile case that stands out from the crowd. The Divider 300 is 475mm high, 220mm wide, and 461mm deep. This case is a part of our upcoming Divider series lineup, containing a blend of open frame style elements, clean functionality, and stunning good looks. The Divider 300 comes in either a black or snowy white edition. The case utilises two 3mm thick tempered glass windows on the front and side, which are more scratch resistant than standard acrylic. However, the show-stopping element of the Divider 300 is the diagonal split on the side window. Each panel can be removed separately, and there is a slot specifically for airflow tucked in between the two panels for your graphics card. The front panel has two additional airflow slots on either side, with the discrete dust filter tucked in behind to protect your fans from dust. And speaking of fans, behind the front panel comes three pre-installed 120mm ARGB fans, as well as a standard 120mm rear fan, giving you peak airflow from day one. The ARGB fans can of course be controlled via your motherboard software or via the handy button on the front I/O panel. The case has more to it than just good looks though. The Divider 300 can run all sorts of hardware inside. You can run a CPU cooler of up to 145mm high and a PSU with a max length of 180mm with an HDD cage or 230mm without one. Lastly, you can fit a graphics card of up to 360mm with a radiator or 390mm without one. And speaking of radiators, this case can support all sorts of those too. You can fit up to a 120mm radiator at the top or the rear, as well as up to a 360mm radiator at the front, or a 240mm radiator on the motherboard side. Fan-wise, you can only fit a 120mm fan at the rear, but up to one 140mm fan at the top. Motherboard side, you can fit up to two 120mm fans and either three 120 or two 140mm fans at the front. The Divider 300 also comes with an array of special features, furthering the case's uniqueness and versatility. Overall, the case has a dismantleable modular design, featuring modular panels, brackets, and pre-designed mounting arrays. The case also comes with a ventilated PSU shroud, giving you a place to hide all those unsightly cables. You can also mount your graphics card either horizontally or vertically with our patented rotational PCIe slots and riser GPU support bracket. The Divider 300 comes with even more dust filters at the bottom, top, and back of the case to help keep the dust bunnies at bay. In terms of storage, you can fit up to two 3.5-inch HDDs or two 2.5-inch SSDs in the bay drive out back, as well as two 2.5-inch SSDs on the back mounting panel. If you have some fancy SSDs you want to display, there's also a front removable mounting panel also, which is located on the motherboard side. Finally, your I/O port features two USB 3.0 and a Type-C port in an easy-to-access location. So if you want your dream build to look good without sacrificing functionality, then the Divider 300 might just be the case that you've been searching for. Hi there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is how to install a power supply. For this tutorial, we have gone with our fully modular GF1 power supply. Just remember, your installation may differ slightly depending on brand and whether it's a fully modular PSU. We have also chosen to show you where your cables need to go without a case and focus more on which port you need to plug what cable into. This is because every case and motherboard layout can be quite different. We will, however, give you some quick cable management tips at the end for when it comes to installing your power supply in your case. Your first step is removing all the cables from the wrapping and laying everything out. Now we're going to run you through each cable, what it looks like and what it does. This is your 24-pin cable. This is your motherboard connector cable. If you're using an older motherboard, you may only have 20 pins, but this isn't too common anymore. Next is your CPU cable. This will give power to your CPU. These cables tend to look similar to standard PCIe cables, however, they are not interchangeable. You want to triple check that you're plugging in the right cable here, so ensure it has the word CPU on it, like it does here. You can also check this by seeing if the cable can split down the middle into two separate 4-pin headers, as PCIe cables can't do this. You might not have these cables in your power supply, however, if you do, these are Molex cables. These can be used to power accessories such as, in our case today, our fan controllers. You can tell these apart from other cables due to their unique look. These are PCIe cables. These are used to connect your graphics card. As mentioned previously, these look very similar to the CPU cable, so it pays to know which is which. Often, these cables will have the two sections split already, whereas your CPU cable will not. Lastly, these are SATA cables. These are commonly used to power hard drives and SSDs. Now we will go through where each cable goes into the power supply. If you have a semi or non-modular power supply, you can skip all or some of this section. There really isn't any set order to plug these in. One of the best things about fully modular power supplies is you can install everything as you need it versus having a pile of cables you might not even end up using. We have chosen today for clarity to plug everything in from left to right. As you can see, the 24-pin goes on the top left, with most of it fitting along the top row and then a smaller chunk of it splitting off to the bottom. Besides that, we're putting in our CPU cable. The side with the CPU labeling usually goes into the motherboard and the other side into your PSU. Across from that, we've elected to plug in our PCIe cable. Most graphics cards nowadays only use one PCIe cable, but occasionally some use two, so plug in both if you need both. And in the final two slots beside one another, we've popped in our Molex and SATA cables. Now it's time to show you where everything plugs into the motherboard. Beginning again with your 24-pin cable, this is pretty much located in the same place for every motherboard, which is off to the right-hand side of your board. Connecting these can be a little finicky, but don't be afraid to apply a bit of pressure if you need to. Your CPU cable will often need to be plugged in somewhere on the top left of your board. The connector itself can also be split if your board only takes 4 pins, such as with an MATX board. For everything ATX and above, like ours, it will need all 8 pins inserted. Now we're going to pop in this graphics card we prepared earlier, because this is where your PCIe cable will need to plug into. The port will be located somewhere along the front. Sadly, our cables looked a little ugly after we plugged it in, and if yours does too, never fear, we'll show you a cool fix for this later. Your SATA cables plug into your hard drives like so, and then get tucked away somewhere in your case. Finally, everyone's favorite connector, Molex. These can be a little tricky to plug in for some, but I seem to have a gift and plugged it in straight away, no problems. Just try and line it up as best as you can because the pins can be a little loose and move around a bit. And now, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to go back to the graphics card. I personally just can't handle ugly cables, so we found ourselves some cable extensions. If you're in the same boat, grab some too. You simply plug the ends of your original ugly cables into them and then plug the cable extensions in instead, giving you a much more polished finish. Just ensure you're using the correct extension for your cable as they come in a variety of cable types. So there's your breakdown on where all of your power supply cables need to end up. The rest is up to you. But as we didn't show you this in a case, but you will no doubt be building in one, here are some helpful cable routing tips for your PSU cables. Take the quickest path to your port. Now that you know where everything has to go, this should be easy. For example, as your CPU port is located at the top of your motherboard, utilize the cable routing hole that's really close to it. Don't forget cable ties! If you're building a PC, remember to get a stack of these bad boys also. Sadly, not every case comes with handy Velcro ties or things like that, so having a stack of cable or twist ties on hand can save your life when cable managing. And that's it! If you have any questions or tips for your fellow PC builders, feel free to chuck them in the comments down below. Like the video if you did enjoy it, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ding the bell to be notified each and every time we upload. We'll see you in the next one. You're so right!
Yeah, I
Makes me
think so.
sick, makes
yeah.
my heart beat
Makes
246.
246,
Not
yeah.
because you're dirty, not because you're clean, not because you kissed a boy behind a magazine.
Yeah.
Girls, boys, having lots of fun. Here comes, was it Johnny with a big fat bum? He can wibble, he can wobble, he can even do the splits. But I bet he can't do this. Close your eyes and count to 10. If you
Yeah.
muck it up, you're a big fat hen.
Yeah.
That
was incredible! Well, that was like buried in the dark recesses of your brain.
Yeah.
Having a great keyboard can make all the difference in your setup. Good quality ergonomics, switches, and construction provides not only a pleasant typing experience, but also improves your gaming time too. So isn't it time you got a keyboard that not only looks the part, but also feels like it? Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Argent K5 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard. The keyboard that ticks all the boxes and looks good doing it. The Argent K5 features premium grade aluminium faceplate construction and is specially designed with an asymmetrical curve to help ensure you can game or type in comfort for hours. The Argent K5's floating keycap design comes with either a Cherry MX Blue or Cherry MX Silver switch option. The blue switch variant has the iconic mechanical click sound as well as a tactile bump to provide great typing feedback. In contrast, the silver switch variation is linear and has no click but has an extremely low actuation point, which works better for faster reaction times. So, no matter what way you want to play, there's an option to suit you. Now, we couldn't possibly go any further into this first look without mentioning the brilliant RGB lighting. The entire Argent series features absolutely stunning RGB lighting, all featuring a gorgeous underneath glow effect as you can see here on the Argent K5, as well as that sweet under-key glow. With 16.8 million RGB color illumination, you can customize your lighting effects to what suits you and your setup, meaning your RGB can be as bold and bright or as simple and subtle as you like. This can all be done via our iTake engine software, TT RGB Plus, or Razer Chroma. But the features don't end there with the Argent K5. It also includes a detachable magnetic wrist rest made from synthetic leather to ensure peak comfort over long gaming sessions. The keyboard also has some sleek multimedia controls as well as an excellent inbuilt aluminium constructed volume control wheel. If you're running low on USB ports or you can't quite reach the jack to plug your headphones in, then the Argent K5 has you covered there too. It has a USB 2.0 port and 3.5mm headphone jack included in the top of the keyboard for added convenience. The keyboard also comes with 8 additional red keycaps and a keycap puller if you want to spice up some of your keys. Finally, the Argent K5 has 100% anti-ghosting support across all zones, as well as on-the-fly macro recording feature. So if you want a keyboard that has all the bells and whistles and looks good while doing it, then the Argent K5 is the keyboard for you. With an array of special features, flawless aluminium faceplate construction, and one of our most gorgeous RGB displays to date, you can't go wrong with the Thermaltake Argent K5 RGB mechanical gaming keyboard.
And they were like, oh yeah, it is. It's faster. So like, that's all it took to convince people to switch to a different browser. So what I'm saying is, Jono, why won't you join us?
I love Google Chrome because I like to know that my RAM is being used at all times.
all of it.
You know.
I like every bit of it.
Got to get your use out of it. You paid for it. So.
Yeah,
100%. Like,
exactly.
I just want to open up my Control-Alt-Delete performance
And
tab,
see
see
50.
RAM at like 8 gig, and it's like, I got 3 tabs open.
Yeah.
I did hear downloading RAM on Chrome is faster. So
There are a few things worse for your PC than bad cooling. Your precious components are working hard inside your case to ensure you can do all the things you want to do, like gaming, editing, or even just watching this video. So why not treat one of your PC's most vital components, your CPU, to some high quality cooling? Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and this is the Thermaltake Toughair CPU Cooler. The Toughair CPU cooler comes in 3 different options, the 110, 310 and 510. Each of these options provide peak performance and reliable cooling, however all are slightly different, so you can pick out the best option for you. The 110 is a top flow design cooler with a single fan sitting atop the heatsink that can support up to 140 watts. This is a great option for cases with less clearance space. The 310 is a tower CPU cooler with a single fan supporting up to 170 watts. This is a great option for someone running a newer CPU that might run a bit hotter. Finally, the likewise tower designed 510 comes with 2 fans and supports up to 180 watts. This is also a great option for people running a newer CPU, and due to having 2 fans, you can actually run the 510 at a lower RPM, making your cooling even quieter. So whether you have a super powerful new CPU or you're running with a case with less clearance space, there's a Toughair option to suit you. All 3 of the Toughair CPU coolers feature at least one enhanced 120mm high static pressure fan. Now, you may be thinking, hey, that fan looks familiar, and that's because it's based off of our amazing Toughfan, only we've made a few changes to suit its new role. The Toughair's fans boast speeds of up to 2000 RPM, providing a high level of cooling performance to your CPU, keeping temps nice and low. Now, let's talk the heatsink. All 3 heatsinks feature an asymmetrical fin structure. The main purpose of this is to allow a larger intake of air moving through the fins. This type of design helps lower any air turbulence, aiding in directing airflow and making it easier to disperse air evenly through the fins. On top of this, the Toughair features high-performance copper heat pipes. These 4 pipes intersect directly with the CPU and thermal paste, providing direct and exceptional heat dissipation to your CPU. The 510 and 310 both feature heat pipes in a U-shaped design, creating great circulation to ensure higher quality cooling performance. The 110 does not feature the U-shaped design due to prioritizing keeping its clearance nice and low, but it does still have the 4 heat pipes and of course provides some great quality cooling. Finally, another great feature of all 3 Toughair variants is their flexibility. The entire Toughair series are designed to fit with a whole bunch of both Intel and AMD sockets. In fact, there are so many options available that we've just decided to pop them up onto the screen for you, instead of me reading them all out. So whether you have the latest and shiniest CPU or one from a few years back, you can rest assured you can install one of our Toughairs on it, no problems. So ensure you don't leave your CPU running hot by investing in a cooler that's reliable, catered to you, and looks good too. All 3 of our Toughair CPU coolers are meticulously constructed, uniquely designed, and feature a variant of our gorgeous, dependable Toughfan. With our Thermaltake Toughair, you can rest easy knowing that even in the most intense gaming moments, both you and your CPU can remain cool under pressure.
And then like driving games, I've never ever played a game that has like a car in it that plays well with a mouse and keyboard.
I agree.
That steering wheel setup, have some like pedals.
Yeah.
But
Actual sim setup, yeah.
I know, I always feel like those people are a little bit like... You're a little weird.
You
Drive.
For a drive, you got tactile feedback. You can actually go somewhere and like
damage is on.
Yeah, damage is on. You can go like a hardcore, like don't pay for your insurance. Like, you know, let's go like real hardcore here.
There are a few things worse than having a bad mouse. Not only can a bad mouse be the cause of some serious muscle strain, but it can also be the deciding factor in clutch in-game moments where every second counts. The best solution? Using a mouse that has your back both in-game and out. Hey there, I'm Sarah from Thermaltake Australia, and these are the Argent M5 RGB gaming mice. 2 exceptional options, 2 gorgeous mice. The Argent M5 RGB gaming mice can both be operated at up to 16,000 DPI. They both also feature onboard enhanced 50 million click engineered switches to provide a crisp, clean click time and time again. On top of all this, its ambidextrous design and advanced matte coating improves comfort and durability, even for you lefties out there. Additionally, it has on-the-fly sensitivity adjustment as well as 4 programmable buttons over both sides of the mouse, which can come in very handy for gamers. As you can probably tell by now, there are 2 versions of the Argent M5 gaming mouse, the Argent M5 wired and the Argent M5 wireless. Starting off with our wireless mouse, the Argent M5 wireless RGB gaming mouse supports Bluetooth, a wired connection, or a wireless receiver that is inserted into a USB port. We've removed almost all of the RGB in this version of the mouse to ensure it can operate for an extended period of time. Utilising the wireless receiver, it can live up to 36 hours with RGB on or 100 with the RGB entirely off. Similarly, using Bluetooth, it can last between 52 and 200 hours depending on your RGB usage. Alternatively, the Argent M5 wired gaming mouse doesn't have to worry about battery life, so it can offer some gorgeous additional RGB lighting. On top of the lighting around the logo and mouse wheel, which it shares with its wireless counterpart, it also features a premium quality RGB strip underneath to create stunning underglow against your desk or mousepad. Of course, this utilizes our 16.8 million RGB color illumination, so you can customize your lighting to your heart's content. This can all be done via our iTech engine software, TT RGB Plus, or even Razer Chroma. On top of all the awesome features we've already mentioned, the Argent mice have even more. This includes a premium quality aluminium metal scroll wheel, which provides a pleasant texture as well as looking gorgeous. The Argent mice both also feature an ARM-based 32-bit microcontroller with 64 KB flash memory. This ensures superior performance to meet the needs of hardcore gamers, where every millisecond counts. Finally, the mice have the advantage of large Teflon feet, which provide an improved effortless glide over your mousepad. So if your current mouse is leaving you stuck in a trap, then it's time to level up your gaming experience with either of our Argent M5 RGB gaming mice. Coming in a wired or wireless option, these versatile ambidextrous mice offer superior performance, ergonomic comfort, and look incredible too. Hello. So I don't know what that was.
It's always awkward opening
I don't know
these
how
live
to.
streams.
Yeah. What do we do?
Do we say hi? We've already done
Hi.
it in the chat. So
Yeah, I know. So it's like I'm saying hi again. It's like when you say goodbye to someone and then you both walk the same way, and that's like, and then you're like, what do
Walk
I
out
do?
to the car
You're
park,
like,
like-
bye, see you, and then you both walk out together, and you're like, oh.
in those
we say
situations, I purposely go the really long way.
So you're like you will dedicate
I'll be
to
like,
going
oh,
the other
you're
way.
going that way? Oh, yeah, I've parked.
Okay, yeah, I parked down the road actually, so I'm gonna, and then you just do a whole loop.
Yes.
Or something.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's a solid plan.
Is it awkward? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it more or less awkward at that point? Hi everybody, how are we all doing? Welcome in for day 2 of the 2021 Thermaltake Expo. How is everyone? Let's get some highs in the chat. Hi, Ryan on Facebook. We're on Facebook tonight, Jono. We're on Facebook. Hello.
yeah, we've
If
linked
you're
up
watching
the
from
Facebook.
Facebook, say hi, because this is the first time we've.
It's cool to see a
done that.
blue logo in there
Yes.
as well.
Hello, RK Vizda. Hello, Conpool from Poland. Hello.
Hello from the guy with the difficult name.
Oh no, I just closed to the chat. Hi Rockwell, it's only been one day, but I already miss you both, and of course Nick too. Oh, Rockwell, that's so sweet. Hello, guy with a difficult name. It's lovely to see you again. Hello, Elga. Is it Muzak I love? Hello, how are you? Elbow bump to you too, Static Mike. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Ravish Rav. I hope I did not say that correctly. Stella says hi, Jono.
Hi, Stella.
But Stella doesn't say hi to me.
So sad.
Okay, I see how it is, Stella. I thought we had a bond yesterday, and I feel like, it's fine, it's fine. Hi, Hussein, over in Facebook. Osman, Sahey. Oh, this is testing me. You take some.
Oh, yeah, no, I really don't want to do that.
I was doing pretty well, I think. I hope.
No, we weren't on Facebook yesterday.
We weren't. This is the first time we're on Facebook now.
Yeah. Hello again, the gaming stuff.
Hey, the gaming stuff. Hey, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Stella. Hi, Sarah. I love you 3000. Okay. All right. You are forgiven, Stella. You are forgiven.
Sweet.
Hey, James.
Wow, we got a bunch of people
We
in the
got
chat
a bunch
today.
of people today.
This is
Yeah,
awesome.
the chat is popping off.
Cheeky
And I'm
Rustek in there.
stoked about it. Hey, Jason. I need some music in the background. Something lounge. Oh, Nick, can you hum us a track?
What do you want?
Something
can we get
lounge.
flagged for that, depending on how much
Yeah,
of the hum
can
we
you
let?
come
Yeah, I don't
something
know. I don't hum like a
copyright-free?
copyrighted tune.
Yeah.
Hey, Totoro, welcome back. Korean here. Oh, Australian here, Othman. All I can say is, I've now forgotten every bit of Korean I know. I know how to say hi, but I can't remember.
I don't know any.
Oh, this is
at
so
all.
bad. I know
Hey.
some. I'm so sorry. Hey, Thermaltake Russia. How you doing? Hi from Spain. Hello, Molly. Nick, drop a beat. Yeah, drop a beat. Hey, Turbo User, welcome back in. So, hello, everybody. I guess we've done... Oh, aloha from Honolulu. Oh, hello. Hello. Must be nice and warm over there.
Yeah, we
Nick
can.
and Jono dropping an album.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, you guys could totally drop an album. I think that would be great.
Yeah, 1 million subscriber special. Let's go.
Yeah, 1 mil. Once we hit 1 mil, then we'll take Australia, New Zealand YouTube channel.
We'll drop some bars.
Nick and Jono will drop a track for you all. Hey, me from Germany. Hello from Peru. FBA. Hello. Hello, Dan. Thank you for coming back in.
The chat is popping off
Chat
tonight.
is
That
popping off.
awesome.
We love
Really
it.
cool.
Let's keep this energy up, everybody. All right. Well, I guess we should actually move into the actual thing that we're here
Yeah, I
for.
guess
Hey,
so. I mean,
yeah.
I'd love to say hi.
We
all
could just
night,
say
to be
hi all
honest.
night. Do you guys just want us to talk for 2 hours and say hi? We could do that. But like I said, welcome to day 2 of the 2021 Thermaltake Expo. So if you were here for yesterday's stream, you would have heard Jono mention that we normally would do all this at Computex, but for obvious reasons, I'm sure you guys are aware, unless you've just like emerged from a cave or something and you have no idea what's happened the last 2 years.
That'd be kind of good.
That would be probably the best way to do it, to be honest. But yeah, we can't do that this year, but we're going to be bringing this convention to you live via these streams. So I'm going to be one of your hosts. My name is Sarah, if you're just joining in for the first time. And I'm also joined by...
Me, Jono.
And we're here to do this. Welcome to our segment, though, which is product discussions. We discuss the products. Pretty self-explanatory.
That's pretty
We're
much
good
it.
at naming things here.
It sounds kind of boring, but we promise you it's not.
Yeah, we swear. If you missed yesterday's stream, though, never fear. Of course, you can go back and watch it. So after the stream, if you missed yesterday's stream, go back, watch it. We did cases and cooling yesterday. So, but today, we're not going to do those because we've just done them. We're going to be doing RAM, power supplies, and our new TT Gaming range.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. But before we jump to that part of the
Yes.
stream, we must first introduce the third part of this stream, and that's our builder, Nick. So everybody say hello
Everyone
to
say
our
hi
Nick
to
boy.
Nick. Everyone say hi, Nick.
Oh, you sound so excited, Sarah.
Hi, Nick.
You know that classroom introduction?
Yes, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah. Hi, Mr. Nick.
Good
Hello, children.
afternoon, Mr. Nick. Why? How are they always done in the same?
Well, no one's ever really excited.
No, but
right?
like they always had the same sound to it. Like it would always like, "Good afternoon, Mr."
It's part of like evolution.
It was never taught. We just all say it the same way.
Yeah, we do.
Oh my gosh. It's pretty crazy. It's our boy Nick, Rockwell says. Everyone's saying hi. James asked, how are you, Nick? How are you, Nick? Tell the people.
I'm pretty good, but I'm very tired. But I got very
Were you
little.
tired yesterday?
I'm always tired, Sarah.
Okay. Well, if you're always tired, then isn't that just your regular state?
That's an issue.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, you should get that looked at, man.
Maybe. We'll see.
Look, Conpool says, looking happy.
Yeah.
I'm always happy.
Yeah.
I don't show the happiness, but I'm always happy
If
inside.
we hit 500,000 subs, we'll print a photo of Nick's portrait, and that can be a merchandise item.
Yeah, you can buy a Nick shirt with just Nick's happy face
We'll make
on
it,
I'm happy.
No,
Yeah.
make it like an NFT. Limited, like one
done.
item.
Done.
Yeah,
Amazing.
all right, done.
Right.
I'll put you on a mug too.
Oh, Nick mug. That would be great.
Nick's mug on a mug.
It could change colour.
Guaranteed to sell
as well.
anyone's morning.
Colour changing mug. Would buy. Yep, see, you've got one sale already. Done. Done.
Definitely worth a production run.
Definitely, I think so too. So as you may have seen yesterday during the stream, if you were here, but in case you weren't, Nick over here is going to be creating a PC as dictated by you guys watching at home.
Yeah, that's right. And that means you get to vote on pretty much everything in the build. And to make things even more exciting, we're going to give away that entire PC afterwards.
That's right.
A few days afterwards of the stream, you will get the chance to win that PC you're seeing built today.
It's pretty exciting. We're going to be spamming the link, so the Gleam link, periodically in the chat here and there. But there are tons of ways to enter, including secret codes. We have 5 codes featured across our 2 streams. So we had 3 yesterday, 2 more today. They're going to give you extra entries. But there's also 5 other codes featured in the user experience streams, which do follow these at around like 6:30 a.m. Australia time. So
Yeah, something like that. Something early, but I mean, going by the chat, I think you guys
I think you guys
early
were
risers
fine.
anyway.
Yeah,
so but if you keep an eye across the streams for those, you can get yourself a couple of more entries. I say a couple, but they're actually quite weighty. I think each code is worth an extra 10 entries. So if you get all of the codes, that's 100
a lot
points.
of entries. Yeah,
I think I did my math correct there.
it's pretty exciting. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We have somebody named Jamal on our Facebook who said, "I'm building my Thermaltake Core P8 by myself. Middle guy, I need your help." I think they're referring to you, Nick.
I mean, kudos to you for lifting that onto a desk.
Good for you,
That's a strong
Jamal.
back you have there.
That is impressive. So,
heavy
Jamal, if you have any questions, I guess let us know. I'll
Yeah,
try and pass
I
them
mean-
on to Nick for you.
If we can get Nick to talk more on stream.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a win.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
There you go. So yes, that is correct, Maxine. You can win a PC.
Mhm.
You already have a PS5.
Oh, then that's why you need to win this PC, obviously.
Yeah, it's obviously the greater option.
So you can,
I mean,
so you can see
That's
what
right.
gaming on a PC is
it's
like.
supposed to be like. Amazing. Well, on that note, we're going to jump right into day 2. We're going to be starting it off with our new Toughram XG higher capacity offerings. Check it out. Welcome back from a XG clip with some funky music. That song has been periodically in all of our heads since we made that video.
Yes, it
Funky
does
song.
creep in there.
It is a funky track. But what you would have just seen would have been some snazzy shots of our Toughram XG, which we love. Hopefully you guys know a little bit about the Toughram XG already, because it's good. Some good RAM.
Yeah, so I guess the XG model itself isn't exactly new. However, what is new is the higher capacity kits, which we kind of detailed in that video there. But for those who don't know about the XG takes a bit of the feedback we received from the Toughram, the original Toughram model, about the lighting. And so this way we've now got a little bit more of a little bit more of a translucent top here, which spreads the light evenly across the top. So you don't get LED hotspots. It just looks a lot nicer, and
it does.
It's really cool.
The X's, yeah, they are stunning. It's hard to tell when they're off, but you can see in the clip how nice the XG looks. But yeah, so the main thing we wanted to talk about with these is the high capacities that they're available in.
Yeah, so I guess for people out there, why is higher capacity a big deal? I mean, it works both for ITX. ITX boards generally only have 2 slots, right? So you can then have 32 gigs in just 2 sticks.
That's it.
The other thing about it is dual channel typically performs, ever so slightly better when you have just the 2 sticks rather than running across the 4, depending on how your motherboard is set up anyway. So yeah, there's some benefits there, and it just makes it more convenient to achieve higher gigabytes for
Definitely.
those more demanding titles, or if you're the type to do some content creation.
Yeah, if you do streaming or video editing, those sorts of programs that do chew up your RAM, I do think this is definitely a great idea, especially if you have a smaller board where you only have the 2 slots and you're trying to make that work. You know, knowing that we now have the high capacities to make that a lot easier for you. You won't have to rip your hair out every time Premiere crashes, which we all know too well here.
I mean, nothing will ever stop Premiere from
No,
crashing,
true.
but
Premiere
you can experience less.
Yeah, exactly. You'll have far less than what you've had before. Amazing. Well, what does everyone think about the XG? You guys know about the XG RAM, I hope. Do you guys love it as much as we do? The X with the RGB in there is what makes it cool. That is true, Jenny. The X is really cool. I mean, it's like I said, it's kind of hard to see with without the lighting on, but the X pattern that it makes, especially when you've got like 4 in a row, is so stunning. Like, oh, so pretty. So yes, I agree. What's the code, Maxine asked? Well, you may have missed it. It may have already come and gone. But the best thing about this is that you can just watch it back afterwards. So
Yeah, for sure. So
watch it back, Maxine. You'll catch it, I promise. Amazing. Well, I think we might have to
well,
wrap
I
it
think
up with the XG.
we can jump into a different RAM offering.
Yeah.
And this RAM offering, we're using the same Toughram model, however, we've changed up the color.
Spiced it up.
Anyway, but those of you that might be asking what specs it comes in, there you go. I think there might be a little pop-up box or something. Yeah, over there somewhere near in front of Sarah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, the color is gorgeous. It definitely comes across a little bit bluer on camera that I always find. It is similar to the case. They obviously are matchy-matchy. It does have elements of green to it as well. So it's this really pretty bluey green color.
Yeah.
As well, which, I don't know, just if you're going for a very unique color scheme, this RAM can 100% support that, you know?
Yeah, so like if you are going for that turquoise edition of the Tower 100, obviously you can pair it with the turquoise edition of the Toughram. It does have a racing green variant as well. So yeah. I don't know if we want to have any questions from the chat. I mean, it is RAM, it is straightforward, so.
Well, my chat has just died. Is the chat over there okay? Is it okay? Okay, amazing. Oh, weird. What is going on?
Well, I mean, with the RAM and furthering on what we're going to be doing with the voting, we're actually going to, you guys are going to select what RAM we go with today. And we might jump across to that now if the chat is broken.
I'm not sure. Is the chat okay over there on the screen? Okay, it has just broken over here. Hooray. Is there any questions from the chat or anyone wanted to talk about the Toughram? Anything that I can't see right now for some reason? Maxine asked, what do you do with that thing? What do we do with that thing, Jono?
What's the thing?
What is the thing? Do you mean the RAM? What is the RAM? What do you need RAM for, Jono?
Well, I guess it's random access memory. So
yes.
It
doesn't answer the question.
it's storing short-term memory, I guess, for your PC.
Yeah.
for your apps and things. It's not exactly a hard drive, so don't think of RAM as that. You can't get away with no hard drive and only like 32 gigs of RAM.
Yes, no.
And it's not something you can exactly store files on either.
Yes. Yes, it's a temporary storage.
You know what? Let's just jump into the voting.
Let's jump into the voting.
To be honest.
100%. Cool. So we need to decide which RAM Nick is going to use for the build. So we have two options. We have the Toughram XG that we just saw, and we also have the Toughram Turquoise. So just a quick reminder, if we want to pop the camera over to Nick, we've gone with the Divider 500 case, which is a black case. We've got the Air Edition, which has the lovely perforated airflow holes.
Yeah, we've got the mesh front,
there you go.
mesh top.
Why do I always forget the word mesh?
I'm not sure, but yeah, so the Divider 500 in black. You guys already decided which way we went with the CPU. We went with AMD, which dictated what motherboard we went with. But now we're up to voting the RAM. So you can choose turquoise if turquoise and black is your thing.
Is your style?
Otherwise, you could go a black edition of the, well, it's got some
XG?
Gold in there too, but you know. Or yeah, the Toughram XG. So I think we can have one.
Yep. So we'll go
Toughram
one
XG.
for the XG if you want us to use the XG in this build, or two if you want us to use the Toughram Turquoise. So one in chat for XG, two in chat for Turquoise. Let us know what do you want, and once we see those lovely ones and twos, we will determine which one Nick is going to install.
Yeah, keeping in mind this is a PC that you can go into the draw to win.
If we, there's a link in chat, you can go and win this very PC that we are constructing right now. So it's pretty cool. So I do apologize if I've missed anything in the chat. For some reason, my chat died. So I'm sorry. It wasn't really a delay. It was just me not being able to see anything. So sorry about that.
In terms of both kits, they're both 16 gig. They're both 3600 megahertz. So really, you're just voting on aesthetics.
It looks like it's pretty overwhelming one.
All right. That sounds
XG
good.
it is.
Easy.
So Nick, do you have an XG over there? Or do you got to come steal us?
No, I think he's going to come and steal ours.
Poach the XG from us.
Oh, look at that. He can walk into the set. It's behind us.
Nick's going to end. Oh, look at this immersion.
See, Nick is real.
Oh, Nick is real. It's like seeing the Tooth Fairy.
Although I do see him a little bit more often than that. So.
Than the Tooth Fairy?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, I guess you wouldn't lose many teeth anymore, would you?
No.
No, that probably explains it.
I'd be very concerned if you were.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yes. Here I am.
Alrighty. Cool. Well, while we let Nick install that... Oh, he's already installed it.
Of course.
So Nick's already installed the RAM. Amazing. Well, I guess we'll move on to the power supplies section. Have a look. Welcome back from that clip. I'm going to move this here so you can actually see it.
Oh, yeah, true, right?
Gosh, Jono.
Sorry.
Oh,
my bad.
So as you can see in the clip, this is the Toughpower GF1 Snow Edition, which is really exciting. We're so excited to have a snow edition of a power supply, aren't we, Jono?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, we haven't really released one for a long time. I think we did have a snow edition, but we're talking years and years ago. So the Toughpower GF1, just a standard variant, has been a popular model for us, and it's pretty straightforward. It's no RGB, but it's gold rated, it's fully modular. So now, considering pretty much every case model we're releasing has a snow edition, you guys have been yelling at us to release a snow edition of a PSU, and it makes perfect sense. So here we go. Now these range from 650 up to 850. They are fully modular, like I said, so you do have the 850 models and 750 models that will be perfectly capable of running, you know, the 6800 XT and the 3080 3090 sort of models from RTX or NVIDIA RTX models, if you can get your hands on them anyway. But yeah, it's pretty much, I mean, it's straightforward. It is a power supply, but it is a gorgeous snow edition of that.
Yeah, it is. It's very nice. Fully modular. Did you say that?
Yeah,
Fully
I already
modular.
did.
Yep. Very
So-
nice. Goes in lovely with white builds, which is really, really lovely. I lost the chat again, so I'm sorry. If anybody asks any questions, pop them in again, because I lost
We'll
it
have to
again.
view them over at our main stream PC.
I don't know what's going on.
Thermaltake also tried white wire on their PSU.
White wires.
So we don't have white, OEM wires from the PSU, but we do have all white PSU extensions, which are new. So it's taken us a little while to do that, but we now have completely all black and completely all white versions. And if you watched the stream yesterday and you were keen-eyed, you would have seen that in the Divider 500 Air Edition that we had here on the table.
Yes.
And they looked really cool.
So
they are
nice.
a super pure white. So just in case that's not everybody's cup of tea, I thought I should mention that because it is a very stark white, which looks awesome.
It is, yeah. Yeah, very, very true. Sarah is losing chat so many times today. You're right, Jenny. I don't know what's going on. I think the internet keeps dropping out for me, which is sad.
That would be typical of the Australian
That's
internet.
Australia
But,
for you.
We won't rely on that.
So yes. Oh, this PSU will come with an all-white wire now, I've heard. There you go.
Oh, okay. I haven't heard that, but if it does, that's mint. That's awesome.
Yes.
So also,
Amazing.
I think that's kind of about it.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed that video. A video about power supply is a hard one to tackle.
Yeah.
So-
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, here's the box.
Yes.
And it does what it says it's going to do.
Yeah, well, the PSU
You know?
is super underrated. But the thing
is.
is, you obviously can't run a PC without one.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to PC building, I do recommend that people don't leave the PSU to the last thing. Because if I'm just saying, if you don't go an 80 plus certified model, you could be in for an interesting time.
Yeah, don't neglect your PSU. They're important.
Yeah, well, I mean, if we're done with the PSU, there's no chat about it. I guess not. Then we can jump into the next portion, which is, I guess you can see where this is going. We're going to vote.
On the PSU.
That's right. So if you guys went with the Tower 100 yesterday, it would have been out of the GF1 Snow, GF1, Black Edition, or one of our SFX Toughpowers.
Yes.
However, obviously that would be a little bit weird to put an SFX case, SFX PSU in a mid-tower case. So it is out of the GF1 Snow Edition in the black case still, or the GF1 Standard Edition. So 1 in the chat for the Snow, 2 for the Standard Edition.
Yep. So it depends what color scheme you want to go for. Just chuck a random white PSU in there. Go off.
I mean, the motherboard's got a little bit of silver to it, right?
That's true, it does.
Like, can we see what the build looks like?
Yeah, let's have an update.
Can the chat have a look so they
can make an informed decision?
Yeah.
They're banned.
Because we can go white PSU or black PSU. So, we trust in you, chat. We trust that you will pick the right option. So we've got a couple ones, couple twos. What are we thinking? Yeah, it does have a, not sure. We're not sure. We're still going. Quite a few. I'm seeing quite a few twos. What do we think, team behind the cameras? We're going 1 or 2. Looking 2?
Ooh, all right. Sounds good. I mean, it makes sense, right?
It does. It does make sense.
Yeah.
If we had the white case, I'd say it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, I guess we're going with the standard GF1 then, yeah?
Yeah, standard GF1. It is behind you,
It is
Nick, on
behind
your
Nick.
left, up in the shelf there.
Let's go follow Nick.
Where am I looking? Because I am
Like
blind.
right there, right there.
Find the GF Snow up there.
Just keep going. Yep, there. Yep.
And
yep.
to the right.
Oh, okay. You've dropped it in
There
the box.
we
He's got
go. He found
I was
it.
looking for one outside of a box.
No, this is brand spanking new.
Yes. We did have a couple of questions actually.
Oh, let's jump into those.
Oh,
I
well-
noticed, I've been reading the questions off screen. Someone asked whether or not the cable extensions come with cable combs.
Yeah.
And they do.
Yes.
There you go.
So you can
And
keep
plenty
them all
of
nice
them
and tidy.
too.
Fonpool says they prefer black. Sorry, fair enough. Rockwell pointed out that the PSU is like a heart for the PC. Very true. You
He's
need
not
that to
wrong.
work. Noel said someone once held a PSU by the cables and it stressed me out so much, but apparently it can take it. Is that true, Dick? Can it take it?
Look,
I'll
yes,
ask you because,
I do that all the time.
of course, not when building any PCs for anyone here.
Oh no, of course not.
Only for his own strange
Is this like
power.
fully modular ones or?
Yeah, yeah.
So like if you know the risk factor is tripled?
Would you like the honest answer, Jonathan?
No, don't give me
No,
the
don't,
answer.
do
Not
not.
on stream.
Exactly. Justin on Facebook said, I've got a Toughpower XT875 from like 10 plus years ago.
Yeah, XT.
And it's absolutely flawless in performance. Had a lifetime warranty when I bought it. There you go.
Yeah.
Throwback.
A few of our high-end or high wattage PSUs have lifetime warranties on them. Or I think we have like 10 plus years as well. So you can definitely move them from PC build to PC build. So yeah, that's really cool.
What are things to look for in a new PSU, Jono?
I think for me, straight up, I look for a bronze minimum 80 plus rating. But if the budget will allow an 80 plus gold, then I would also go that way. But at minimum, 80 plus bronze. And then, to be honest with you, I would like fully modular.
Yes, yeah, I'm a fully modular fan too.
Because I tend to build in smaller cases, and so I just being able to take out one wire, it's generally Molex. Being able to take out the Molex or even SATA now because you just have M.2s that go straight into the motherboard.
Amazing.
It does free up some space under there, and you can cram some more accessory stuff.
Yeah.
But it's not necessary. I think at the core of it, as long as the PSU is bronze and above, I would recommend it to friends and family.
Yep.
And then you just factor in extra budget. So if you have some more room in your budget, then look at things like fully modular or semi-modular.
Semi-modular is great too.
Or to be honest, if you want RGB fans in it to match your whole build or not, that's a thing.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. There is 0 fan modes. So if you're somebody that really just wants the quietest system you can get, you can look out for those features. So that allows you to turn it on or off. So if it's on, it means if the PSU isn't over a certain load, it won't turn the fan on.
It helps decrease that noise.
Yeah.
Which is always nice.
Yeah. But if it doesn't go over that load, like you're playing games and you're stressing out your whole system, of course it's going to turn on. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
The gaming stuff said the heart of this PC is Nick. Aww.
How sweet.
100%.
Isn't that cute? What is the difference between gold and bronze rating?
It's, to be honest with you, I don't know the actual specs, like the amount of efficiency. Yeah, but it has to do with efficiency.
Yeah.
So where do you go? What is the actual
It's 80
company
plus.
name?
80 plus.
Is it 80 plus? They used to have something else with it used to start with E.
I don't know. I just know that if you look up the 80 plus like PSU rankings, you can see all of the information. So it's super easy, but yeah, gold is a pretty decent if you're just doing a pretty standard sort of build.
Yeah, to be honest with you, so like it tends to, if you go for a gold PSU, they tend to be in PSUs with longer warranty periods too.
Yeah.
Which is something that's great for peace of mind, right? Sometimes PSUs can last years and maybe they don't even have an 80 plus rating, and that can happen, and that's a great thing. But you kind of just don't want to be that person that has a PSU that pops, because it sucks.
It does, and the PSUs they're not like RAM or like a graphics card that you just sort of super easily pop in and out. Like PSUs, you gotta spend a bit of time taking that in and out, unless you're Nick and you're a god. But like, most of us normies are gonna take a while to take one in and out. It's just an annoyance that you don't need unless, you just spend that little bit of extra money, make sure you get one that's gonna last.
But yeah, they do have tiers of like the 80 plus ratings, because it goes, 80 plus, 80 plus bronze, I think.
Yep.
I don't know if there's a silver.
I don't know.
There is a silver.
There is,
80
right?
plus silver, 80 plus gold. There's
platinum,
there's
titanium.
titanium. So they just go up in, or they're just a little bit more efficient as you go up
Yep.
the I guess the ranks.
That's right.
But if you type in Google 80+ certification, it should take you
It'll
to.
make it very.
I just
quite
can't remember what
simple.
they're called. It's like ULGA or something like that. I can't remember. I'm sorry.
Disappointing. Lone Gamer, and then Carlo and Hein were all looking for the secret code. So the secret codes pop up at various points during the stream. You can't go ! secret code. That does not exist. But, you know, good on you for trying.
I mean, kudos.
We've already shown one secret code that you have missed, but there will be another one. Just keep watching and you'll find it. I promise. I promise you'll find it. Conpool asked, can you place the PSU vertically in that case? I don't think so.
Not in this one.
No.
No. We do have cases where you can, but this one I don't think you can.
No, not in this one.
Amazing. So, yes. Jacko, hello.
Yo, man.
What's up? Cool. So I guess we're just going to leave Nick to installing the rest of the PSU. He's kind of almost done. He's just doing the sort of plugging in-y parts.
The exciting part.
All the
the
exciting
best part.
parts.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll leave Nick to do that. So unfortunately, it does make sense for us to then ask what graphics cards you want, but you're not going to be voting on those because you're just going to get a 3060. I know, it's sad.
Oh no, just the 3060.
Just the NVIDIA 3060 card. Oh, that's such a shame. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry we have to give you that. I know it's really disappointing. I know you're probably hoping for, I don't know.
I don't know,
3080
but to
Ti.
be honest with you, we did want to try and give you the choice between a 3060 and a 6700 XT. Obviously, we couldn't get our hands on one.
Yep. So you'll
yeah.
just have to deal.
But I think it's for the better anyway. If we bought one, we'd only be using one in the build, and therefore we have taken one away from you guys that actually want
so
to
if
purchase
anything,
at retail.
yeah,
So.
we've helped everyone. And once again, 3060, it's pretty rough for you guys, but I'm sure you'll handle it, you know, to get that one for free.
I hope people pick up on your sarcasm.
Yeah, I'm being sarcastic. It's a great card. Oh my gosh. Amazing. All right, cool. Jacko's asking, does a 3090 fit in that with a front-mounted radiator? What do you think, Nick?
Oh, I don't
Look,
know.
I'm not exactly sure how long a 3090 is, but if it doesn't fit in this case with the front radiator, that thing then is absolutely massive.
I assume a reference model would fit. I just don't know
Yeah.
about the AIB partners because some of them get a little bit excited when it comes to creating
I
those
wouldn't actually be
coolers.
I'd be more concerned about like a width. If that's like a very wide card,
Oh, yeah.
maybe you'd have issues, but I couldn't imagine that it wouldn't fit in this case.
Like who
If-
makes those anime ones? Those ones are
Oh,
with the
Yeston?
LCD. Yeah, with the LCDs on the side.
What?
That I'd be a little bit worried about.
Galax makes one like that as
Amazing.
well. Those things are
They make the Hall of Fame ones.
They
Oh,
are
that's
chunky.
cool.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, there you go.
So yeah, if you're in doubt, I would have a look at like the dimensions of your card and then have a look at what actually fits in the case.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so Nick over here is not worried about length, but more about girth.
Yes. Oh boy. All right. Cool. So, amazing. So, because we can't get you to vote on the GPU, we have decided to give you to vote one more thing, one more vote, which is we're going to throw in, because we're just so generous here at Thermaltake, we're going to throw in some extra fans to keep you covered in that airflow department. So the final vote of the day is going to be which fan should we install?
Yeah, so in terms of what fans, there are 3 of each. So it would either be 3 ring quad fans. So if you're all about that RGB life,
Yep.
then they are up your alley for sure.
yep.
However,
Or
there is the Tough Liquid already installed in there. So
Yep.
it kind of makes sense to also be able to offer the Tough fans.
Tough fans.
My favorite fans.
So I guess it comes down to RGB or non-RGB.
Yeah, really,
Because
so-
we can throw in some RGB now and give this build a bit of color. Or if we want to stick away from the RGB,
Yeah.
we go Tough fans and it's fully non-RGB.
Yeah, so I mean, like, to be honest with you, it's already got sweet performing Tough fans in it. Maybe you want to splash a color. So
Yep.
1 for ring quads.
One for the ring quad, so for the RGB,
Or if the person wanting this is really after performance and low noise levels
and no RGB,
and no RGB, then
then 2 for the Tough fans.
Mm-hmm.
So do we want some RGB or non-RGB? 1 in the chat for RGBs, 2 in the chat for non-RGBs. I'm actually curious to see which one
Yeah,
wins this.
have we gotten over the RGB fad,
because this
or
is
is
the
it
thing, yeah.
well alive
I
and
don't
kicking?
know. Like, I'm genuinely curious to see which one wins because I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
With most of these, I've kind of gone, oh, I think I've got to know the chat.
Oh,
I
yeah?
feel like I know where the chat's going to go. But with this one, I'm like, nah.
I have no
The chat
idea.
is a stranger to me now. I do not know.
To be honest, though, it probably sounds like I hate RGB. I don't. I do like
No,
RGB.
we love
But I
RGB.
do love my Toughair. So
Yeah, Jono's a big Toughair guy. I feel like it's looking pretty split, actually.
ooh,
What do we think? I'm seeing quite a few 2s, but then as soon as I see 2s, I see some 1s. I see some more. I really don't know.
if it's pretty even, we'll let it continue running if we want.
Yeah, I need to see. I can't really see. You can always, that's very true, Brian. You can always turn off RGB if you don't feel like it, or you can stick with like a white or like a plain kind of color instead of doing like a bright or
I do make
rainbow.
that argument as well when people are like, oh, it's rainbow, unicorn vomit, and it's like, well, you can change the color.
Toby said, no one's going to see the RGB in your mum's basement.
Oofed. Wow.
Wow, Toby. If you win this, that's a self-burn, just so you know.
We'll send a first aid kit.
We'll send a first aid kit for that self-burn. What do you think? I'm looking and I'm like, I don't know. It's really looking quite split. What are we
pretty cool.
calling? We're waiting. I'm waiting for the call. I'm waiting
It's
for the
lit.
call of whether it's 1 or 2 because it's looking kind of. If you really want one or the other, please pop in chat right now, 1 or 2, because it is looking so split that James McAvoy is like, what's going on?
Where are
That
the
was a reference to
threes?
the movie. Where's my 3s at? Yeah, it looks so split. You reckon 2? We might be going 2. Oh, but see, now I'm seeing a few 1s. This is what happens every time I think, oh, it's 2. Then I see like 5 1s.
Let Nick pick.
Let Nick pick.
Dude, he actually hates RGB, so that's...
No,
2?
I
It's looking like 2.
don't hate RGB. I hate
just-
One for 3.
implementation.
Okay.
We reckon it's 2. We're
Oh,
calling
I've
it
got a
2. We're calling it 2.
Okay, what's 2?
2 was the tough fans.
Oh, really?
Tough
Okay,
fans.
cool.
Oh, it was very close though. 1s, you fought very hard, and I respect that. That was the closest one I think the
Was
whole
that
time.
a negative one I saw?
Someone wants no fans. Someone wants less
No,
fans.
less fans.
Take all the fans away. Yeah, 2 it is.
All right,
I reckon
then.
it's 2. Tough
Wow.
fans.
Okay.
Wow. So
didn't
we've gone
expect
for like a very monochromatic kind of black grey.
I mean, it's going to be
sort
quiet
of
and it's going to perform
quiet.
pretty darn well. so.
Yeah. So, I mean, what more do you want? It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty decent. You could chuck in some LED strips if you want
You
a bit
can,
of colour.
and because it's the Air Edition, if you get LED strips and stick them at the front
Oh, it looks
behind
so
the panel.
nice. Looks mint.
Beautiful.
Do it.
Oh,
Do it. Do it. Amazing. Well, thank you guys so much for that. Jono's going to want to take it home, the build. Nah, it's too big for Jono. He
Yeah,
likes
he's a
them
mini IPX
small,
boy.
it's really
small boy
weird though.
cases.
I do like the small boy cases,
Do. Cool. All right.
but I'll
Well,
still take it home.
now we've given Nick the command. So we're going to leave Nick to get on with the fans and any other sort of assembly and cable management and such that he needs. And we'll cut back to him later for the turning on reveal and all that fancy jazz. So Nick, no pressure, but we're all going to
none at all.
watch.
Yeah, hopefully it turns on.
Hopefully no smoke.
Yeah, hopefully it turns on. Doesn't
This is the first
explode.
time he's built a PC, guys.
Yeah, it's his first time. He's doing really well.
I have no idea what I'm doing.
Nick has no idea where he is. We just found him outside. He was just walking past, and we
Hey,
just
dude, you wanna
grabbed
build a
him
PC?
off the street. He seemed
Yeah.
really confident. So, yeah. Amazing. VW Assassin asked, "Can I get 2 shirts? They're so cool." Thank you. They are pretty snazzy. We've had a
Yeah.
few compliments on these shirts. I saw on the US stream, the user experience stream this morning, people were commenting on the shirts as well.
Yeah, maybe our
So,
HQ.
they need
if they're,
yeah.
if they're listening,
Yep.
the public want the shirts.
The public want the shirt.
Yeah.
Richard said, "Does the build so the build will have a full tough fans?" Correct.
Yep.
It
Yep,
will.
yep.
3 at the front in the AIO, and then 1, 2 at the top, and 1 at the back.
Yeah, so I think it comes with a standard turbo fan in
Yeah.
that case, but I think Nick's going to
We're
rip
going to
that
take
out.
that out and
and
give
give
you
you a
3
tough fan.
3 tough fans instead.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Okay, so we're going to move on now to check out what's new in the TT Gaming range, aren't we, Jono?
Yeah, we're going to kick off with our new Argent gaming headset series. So let's jump into
Have a look.
that.
The Argent H5 gaming headset, a premium grade, sturdily built stunner of a peripheral. with a feel and weight that creates a user experience comparable to that of wearing headphones designed for an audio technician. The H5 boasts a 50mm high-res dynamic driver build with a titanium diaphragm and 7.1 surround sound when hooked up to your PC, ensuring a crisp audio experience. Whether it's watching YouTube, listening to music, or playing video games, this headset will sound impeccable while still managing to snuggle your ears with a plush memory foam, leatherette headband, and adjustable earpads, meaning you can wear it for hours and remain comfortable throughout. As the Argent H5 comes in both a wired and wireless version, there's a little something here to suit everyone's lifestyle. Whether you enjoy a fully personalized experience with a volume wheel, mute button, and game chat button that the wired setup offers, or the efficiency of not having to fiddle with cables that the wireless headset does, the H5 will always feel just right. I'm sure you've also noticed its gorgeous 16.8 million RGB color backlighting that's sure to impress everyone watching your stream. With a detachable microphone so it's only there when you need it, the H5 also excels in communication too. So once you finish talking trash with your squad mates or memeing in Discord via your crystal clear mic, you can just pop it off when you're done for both comfort and privacy. If you think it's time to admit to yourself that you have a premium headset shaped hole in your life, look no further than the Argent H5 gaming headset.
Okay, welcome back.
We're back.
We are back. I lost the chat again.
I think it's been a little while since you guys have watched the video. We've been
I
talking
know,
a
yeah,
bit.
we've been chatting a bit. So I hope you enjoyed that video.
First up though, what do everybody think about the wireless headsets? I'd like to know.
Yeah, are we big wireless headset people or not big wireless? Don't answer yet though, because I have to get back in the chat.
I mean, we can see it on the main screen, right?
Is the wireless headset compatible with PS5 too?
Ooh.
You know what? I actually don't
So this
know
is
the
the
answer to
wireless
that
one.
one. I don't have the box to view that. I mean, so it is powered by a USB dongle. So I don't see why it wouldn't be, but I can't confirm. I wonder if HQ are like watching the chat and can answer that for us.
Yeah, someone from HQ is lurking in the chat. Perhaps they can answer this question for us. But yeah, so these are the wireless ones if we want to show a nice shot of them. Both of these have incredibly comfortable earmuffs.
Maybe you want to cut, yeah?
They're
No, we got that.
so nice. We've been wearing these, so that's why I can tell you firsthand. These are very, very comfortable. And they sound amazing. Like they both do. So we've obviously got the wireless version here, and then this is the wired version. This one does light up on the little T's, but unfortunately the battery's low. But that does light up a little bit, whereas these ones have the full RGB display going on around here, because obviously it is wired, so we can do that. But just because they are, you know, wireless and wired doesn't mean there's any loss in quality or anything like that. They both sound amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, so they've got slight differences. So we've got 40
do.
mil drivers in this one. We've got
And then
50 in those boys there. But in terms of audio quality, you'll find them to be the same. You can go through into Windows EQ
Yes.
and add some bass
Change
if you're into that
things.
sort of thing, and play
Absolutely.
around with some of the extra options you have in Windows 10 sound settings.
Yep.
To tailor it to be a little bit more to your
Catered
taste.
to what you listen to. If you're more of a, you listen to music more, or if you listen to play games more, or more spoken word, you want to listen to like podcasts or something. I want one of those stands. Do you mean the headset
Ooh,
stands?
yeah,
These
maybe.
are Argent headset stands. I love these. I think one of these are actually from my desk downstairs. I brought it up here because they are great. I love them. They do plug in, they do light up, but I didn't want to run a USB for them. But yeah, these are amazing headset stands.
Yeah, they double as a USB hub too.
They do,
or
yes.
extenders anyway. So you
plug them in.
lights up, but it also has an additional USB port here or pass through. And then a headphone jack too, if you want to go about that. So
yeah,
they're kind of practical. There is stuff on the back there. So if you have wired headsets, you can coil it around there. Keep it all neat on your desk.
Yes, our Argent peripheral series are gorgeous, all of them, including these.
Yeah, it's interesting with wireless headphones. I wasn't really about that hype train
Of
with
the
wireless
wireless, yeah.
headphones until I took these home
And use them.
and used them.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. I really like the fact that so I have a little one at home running around, and sometimes I have to do parent things, and being able to get up off the game, you know, maybe
Yep.
I got killed in Warzone, and I have some time to kill before they buy me back. I could get off the seat, walk around,
Do what you
do what I needed to do, and
Yeah.
come back. It was really interesting because I didn't think that would be such a big deal. But I am really longing for a pair of those. So I kind of want them to land in the warehouse so I can get one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think my chat has died again, unfortunately. So I'm
Oof.
sorry.
No.
Oh no, I don't think they are. Unfortunately,
Good question.
That is a good question. But yeah, no, they are very, very secure. But I do assure you they're very, very comfortable, and I don't think you would ever want to switch them out. But yeah, no, I do not think they are. But of course, it is also like looking at other features. Can fit all sorts of heads. The mic is indeed detachable. I have it hiding back here. So this is the microphone, and it's simply a little hole, and you just plug him in. And yes, if you want to chat, you can do that. If you don't want to chat, you don't have to.
Yeah,
So,
and with
yeah.
more and more people getting external, mics or like, the desktop setup mics, like Yeti microphones and stuff. Maybe you don't want to use the headphone one. You can detach it, so there's not that thing dangling there if you don't really need it to be there.
That's it.
Yeah, it's really cool. These are new ear cups as well. So these ones are super soft and spongy, and I believe they're memory foam. So the more you wear them, the more they'll conform to the shape of your ears, and I guess in turn slightly more comfortable as you go along. So yeah. I actually think they are.
Yes,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
they
they
are. They sure are.
They didn't sound confident, but
Yeah, no, he definitely didn't.
I had to do some thinking. You could see the cogs turning, but I got there in the end. But yes,
I don't think they are like claimed to be noise
it's
cancelling.
not active noise cancelling.
But it really does immerse you. Like you don't really hear other people. Like when we were filming that footage that you just saw, I was, sitting down playing my games or watching something, and I got to the point where, like Keely and Michael who were filming it were like clapping and like trying to like wave their hands in front of me because I just could not hear them be like, cut.
Yeah, well, anytime I
was
submit a
crazy.
video for feedback, I chuck these on, and that way I can't hear
You don't
any of
have
it.
to hear all the negative feedback we give you.
Yeah,
Exactly.
so it's great.
Yeah.
That works really well for that. So, but that's, I don't know, it depends if you want to be a little bit disconnected from the world or not.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
if you're playing a game like an FPS game or a battle royale competitive type game, these are great because they block out all the other stuff. You can hear the footsteps, you can hear people being, around you or near you. They're very sensitive like that, which is great for those sorts of competitive games. Because in those games, hearing footsteps and every second sort of can count. So these sorts of headsets are definitely something that'll have you back.
Yeah.
You can hear people sneaking up on you, which is cool. Wish the headset came with different colors than just black. That's a good suggestion, Merrick. At the moment, they're just in the black, but maybe one day.
We're playing it safe. I mean, in the past, we have had some interesting colorways.
Yeah.
Very interesting colorways. But yeah, we're definitely we're playing along with the whole Argent
Yes.
design language.
They all have that same kind of color scheme.
Space gray, matte
Grays,
blacks.
very
So,
sleek.
Yeah.
But you never know, I guess. Do love a nice white headset. So we'll see. What's the power time of the headset and charging time?
Oh, there's specs. I'm not sure if they're in those specs, but
Powered-
we should probably bring up some PowerPoints for that.
Well, I do know that it's, I think, around about, isn't it like, I want to say 500 hours without charging? But with the wireless one, it depends how much RGB you have on. So you can have the RGB on the ears here. The little TT has RGB. If you have that on, it actually drains slightly faster than if you have it off entirely.
Yeah,
So
it
really
does enter
depends.
like a standby mode too. If
It
there's
does.
no sound or nothing running through it, it does enter like a
Which is
standby.
good. There's nothing worse than like forgetting to turn your headset off and then it just drains the whole battery. But luckily, it kind of
Guilty.
it looks out for you, which is nice. So yeah. Let me see if I can find.
Is the chat still active there?
The chat, I finally got the chat. Oh, I think I just lost it. I was about to say I've got it back, and then I think I lost it. Why?
Yeah, this tablet's not having a good time.
It's the internet for some reason. Let me see if I can hunt down the answer.
I guess it kind of depends on the size of your ears.
But yeah, for me, they do, but I have quite small ears. For you, I don't know. Do they for you?
Like, I would say they kind of do for me as well, which I guess acts to the whole noise cancelling thing. So, yeah. I'm not sure if I'm yelling or not now.
Yeah, right? Because
Yeah,
it
right.
does cancel the noise pretty well, which is great. Oh, it's not on here, but I do know that I'm sure we will end up doing a first look on this.
Yeah, if you keep your eyes out for that on our YouTube
on
channels.
our YouTube channel, then I'm sure we will have the answer for you, Richard. Because I do know the answer. It's not in front of me. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Richard. I let you down. I'm sorry.
Yeah, we feel bad about that one.
I do. I'm sorry, Richard. Was there any other questions? Because I once again can't see them.
How does it charge? Battery or cable?
USB-C cable.
Yep.
I'm able to proudly say that.
Yes.
So yeah, USB-C cable, which does make things a little bit more convenient. I'm really happy to get rid of micro USB because USB-C is the future. Ooh, you know what? I would say that they're kind of weighty, but they're not heavy on your head.
No, they don't feel heavy. They do have a bit of weight to them. Like they don't. But see, I prefer that. Like when I hold a headset, I don't want it to be super, super light. It doesn't feel heavy on your head, which is the main thing. I know a lot of people have, like our very own Jillian here. Often, if she wears headsets for too long, it can get a bit difficult. Like it gets a bit sore on her head. But with these, I don't think that's ever really a problem. They're really padded on the top, and I don't find them heavy on my head at all. So, can you please repeat the questions when you answer them? We can't hear it. Oh, okay, that's true. We were asked if it was heavy. And
that's a good point.
That's a good point. Hi, Thermaltake bot. Cool. All right, I think I'm back in the chat now, so I think we're okay.
Cool.
Can the pads on the headset be replaceable when damaged?
Yeah, that might
Probably
be a warranty thing.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, I can't see these getting too damaged too fast unless you're like throwing your headset around the room.
Yeah, but if that does occur, so it'll get sent through, you just go through warranty. And if they are replaceable, when they be replaced, otherwise you might actually just end up receiving a new unit.
Yeah.
So,
the wireless should be heavier since there's a battery inside.
it is pretty weighty. Sorry if I cleared
Let's
my throat a
compare.
little too loud there.
Compare the pair. It is weightier, but I would argue not too much. It is weightier, but it's not so weighty that it'll hurt your head, I assure you. USB-C is good that you can plug it in and no need to change the way. Yes, exactly right. Exactly right. Yes, contact tech support. Always here to help you out. Amazing. Well,
all right, cool.
I think that's probably it for the Argent H5 headsets. So what are we moving on to now, John?
Well, next we've got something that's a little bit quieter for you. A new version of the Argent K5 keyboard that looks as good as it sounds. Check it out.
Welcome back.
Welcome.
From that ASMR inspired video. I remember when we first got this keyboard in, I was so excited and I was like, Jono, I know what video we should do for it. And we went up and filmed it straight away. So I hope you guys enjoyed my little typing video.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting way to approach a keyboard video.
Hey, I think it's cool. And I hope you all did too. So this is the Argent K5 low profile keyboard. Everyone seemed pretty keen for it. TT ASMR, yes. Satisfying. Yay, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. The typing sound was so good. So yes, I'm a bit obsessed with this keyboard. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So obviously being in the name, low profile, the keys are low profile. So if you are the type of person that does a little bit more of typing than gaming, mainly you're working from home, 9 to 5 is typing, and then 6 to 9 is gaming. I think this is something that might be swung your way. Otherwise, if you're just someone that really likes an awesome typing experience, I prefer these over higher keycaps. But
Yeah.
I also have short, stubby fingers.
Yeah, me too, a
so,
little bit.
for me, I really love, I don't even, with my keyboards, I don't put them on an angle. I have them flat, and it just feels really good. So if you're like me, then this is a keyboard that I do believe you'd love.
Yeah, it's a great keyboard. Somebody asked about the switches. We've got red or silver. I do believe this one is the silver one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, they sound amazing. The sound is gorgeous. There was some other questions, but unfortunately I lost my chat again.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It keeps happening.
This is great.
It keeps kicking me out. I don't understand. But yeah, so it has the aluminium faceplate design. It has the exact similar look to the K5.
Mm-hmm.
It has this gorgeous scroll wheel here that I love, and I have the K5 at my desk here at work, and I will just scroll just randomly. Like, I won't actually be listening to anything. I will just scroll because I think it feels really nice.
You have a Twitch?
Yeah,
Or a
I know.
tit?
A little bit. Yeah, I think that might be it. I'm not sure. Low profile all the way easier to type on for longer periods. Yeah, absolutely.
100%.
If you're someone who types a lot, you're in an office, or if you're a writer or something like that, something like this is great because the clicky sound of sort of normal keyboard, gaming keyboards can get a bit grating after a while. So yeah, this is a great keyboard, gorgeous sound, feels good, looks good, has the goods.
Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome. So that scroll wheel here is also, obviously it's for volume, but if you click on the right side of it, it's a button too. So it is a mute button if you just click that in there. You have your multimedia keys, which are really nice feeling multimedia keys. They're not mushy or anything or gross.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, every part of the keyboard has been very, very, designed with purpose. And I think that's what you want in a keyboard, I like the voice. Judged by the sound, maybe red. Whoson thinks it might be red. How come you have all the good stuff on your desk, making us jealous? Well, Merrick, I gotta test them before I talk about them. Gotta make sure that when I talk about my favorite products, that I've that I've used them. Is this only available in black? Yes, Miko. So similar to what we were saying about the Argent headset, it's that sort of color scheme that the whole Argent series has with the grays, the silvers, but it's not as black as it looks on the camera. I mean, honest, it looks quite dark on the camera, but in real life, it's especially up here, it's quite silver.
It's a space gray up the top here, but
yeah.
the base here is black.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of like a very low sheen black.
Yes.
And then up the top here is that nice, like, deep space gray. So
yeah.
I keep looking at this camera, which is like the macro.
I can't see you.
I apologize.
No one can see you there.
Yeah, well, that's right then.
So I want to have a keyboard as a gift. Fair enough. I mean, I think we all want a keyboard.
I'd want this one as a gift.
I would like this one. Yeah, this one would be a nice gift for sure.
If my wife is watching.
You've already you missed your birthday.
Yeah.
Next birthday.
I had one of those.
Love the design. Thank you, Daniel. Elga asked, is it possible to change the keycaps? Well, sure.
No. I mean, okay, so not off the shelf type of thing, not like it's meant to. So, I mean, if you want to strip this down and
Do your thing.
re-solder everything and
Yep.
do that, if you're into keyboard DIY,
Yeah.
for sure, you could do whatever
do
you
it.
really wanted to.
Yeah.
But I can't say that you can properly.
But you know,
Yeah.
yeah. Haynes says nice music buttons are better separate with main keys. Yeah, I love having these sort of multimedia keys. They're so great. They're so convenient. If you're in the middle of something you're really busy or you're in a game and you can't alt tab, it's awesome that you can control all this stuff entirely via your keyboard. So handy.
Yeah, I tend to really kind of like get confused about the function and then. So like
yes,
on
no.
like one of the keyboards I
Old
have
school.
at home, you have to enable like
The function key
mode
first,
and then press a button.
Yeah.
And I often forget.
Yep.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
mode.
old
So
school.
it's like yeah.
If my Santa is watching, please. That's fair, Miko. That's fair. I think you have a wireless version of this keyboard.
Not this one.
Not this one.
So
we
we do have a
wireless.
wireless,
Yeah. But not this keyboard in particular. We have the W1 wireless keyboard. But no, this one is more about that low profile life. So it's not, it's got all the fancy RGB, which as I said, that has gone to sleep. So no, this is wired, but it's still very, very nice. I want this keyboard. Just send me one. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys are liking the low profile keyboard. We love it. As soon as I got it out of the box and started playing around with it, I was like, yes, this is such a nice
really
keyboard.
cool.
It was so wonderful. So yeah, so I hope it's actually useful for editor's choice. There you go. For editors as well.
Yep.
You're an editor, this is the keyboard for you.
Although I think Keely is more the type of person that likes a higher keyboard. Is that right over there? I do, but I do like a low profile.
All right, so
okay.
Keely's one of those in the middle.
Yeah. But I do. I really like that. Oh,
Right.
okay.
Once you try low profile, you never go back. That's what Merrick reckons. We'll see. Because at the
Merrick's
moment,
on
I have a
point.
gaming keyboard at home, and I do wonder if I will make the switch now. I
Mm,
might.
Yeah,
might. This might be the one that does it for me. All right. Well, I'm glad you guys are enjoying this, the low profile keyboard. It's very pretty, and we like it too.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Cool,
That's
cool,
all
cool.
we're going to chat about. Then we might move on to our final product of our segment. Already. We're already at the end. But you might want to sit down for this one though if you're standing. I'm assuming most of you are sitting already, but if you are standing, you're going to need to sit down because this is a pretty amazing product to end it all off. Take a look.
We spend a lot of time sitting down. I bet you're even sitting down right now, hunched over at your desk, neck all wonky. Perhaps you're using an office chair that's older than you are, or worse, one you pinched from the dining room. Well, throw that old chair away right now and grab yourself one of these. This is the Thermaltake Argent E700 GT gaming chair, the chair that looks good and is good for you too. One of the first things you notice about the Argent E700 is its gorgeous design. It features fully covered real leather upholstery over the entire seat, including the headrest pillow. The hems and seams are woven by industrial embroidery machines, providing utmost accuracy and precision, ensuring a perfect finish and no fraying edges. Finally, it features a polished metallic silver plate that runs along the back of the chair and bleeds around to the front too, giving the chair a gorgeous premium look. The E700 is an ergonomic chair featuring an array of adjustable options also to ensure the chair fits you perfectly. The armrests are fully adjustable, able to move left, right, as well as around to sit in the best place for your arms. Additionally, the seat has an adjustable headrest as well as reaching a back angle of up to 125 degrees. Finally, it has a max load of up to 150 kilograms. The entire chair can reach up to a max height of 180 centimeters and is 48 centimeters deep and 46 centimeters wide. This ensures that the E700 is nice and roomy. Lastly, the E700 features a 5-star aluminium alloy frame base with large 3-inch caster wheels. This helps maintain optimum stability and reliability, as well as keeping your wheels nice and quiet. So if your chair is not supporting you like it should, then it's time to upgrade to one that will. Made with real leather upholstery, impeccable attention to detail, and a sturdy aluminium-based design, the Argent E700 has your back both in-game and real life.
And there you go. So there was two things to keep an eye out for in that video. One of them was a lone screw underneath the 5-star base of that of the chair. And the other is, well, I'm sure you can guess what the other one is. So if you're paying close attention, there may have been a code in there. Yeah, so over to me and Sarah. Sarah's over there checking out the chair and showing you guys what it looks like. This was going to be an interesting one because how do you show off a chair on stream? This is our best try at it. So we can't put it on the desk. So, you know. Yeah, every gaming chair today looks the same, the gaming stuff says. This is a fresh new look. You'd be right in saying this is a different type of look. I think it's one of those that you either love it or hate it. I personally love it. And it's actually super, super comfortable. So if you're looking at a gaming chair with a wider base, with like a scoop, instead of the really tight hugging, I'd say GTR inspired chairs, then this one is definitely one to look at. Is it made out of steel or else it isn't real? No. It's genuine leather. I feel a steel chair would suck. It would hurt. Yeah, so I guess I want to see if there's any questions about the chair. We can go into a little bit more detail. The video was a pretty detailed one. It was a bit of a mini first look for you guys, so I'm sure we answered most of the questions. No cup holder. We'll make that an accessory add-on. It should be there. It should totally be there.
$39.99.
Yeah, it is super comfy. It really is. So, sorry, does it come assembled? No, we let you guys have so much fun in assembling it. Don't worry, there are instructions in the box that it comes in. Now, in relation to does it come assembled or not? So, if it came assembled, that would be a really big box. And that would kind of suck for yourself to receive, but also for the poor DHL delivery man or woman. Yeah, that would kind of, that'd be painful. But it does, yeah, it comes disassembled, but the instructions are pretty straightforward. We have learned from the past that we need to make instructions a little bit more clearer. Yeah. Yeah, Sarah, is the headrest adjustable? Yeah, so your headrest is adjustable, goes up or down. The box would be huge. Armrests, so the armrests have quite a bit of adjustment. The thing to note with this chair, and things that I really like, they are slightly wider. Like the armrests are slightly wider than the typical gamer chair, which I think is, I mean, for someone that has a little bit more broader than narrow shoulders, that works out perfect. So you still have the ability to turn them in or, you know, or out if that's your thing, and make it a little bit more contoured to your body. Price, the price, that's a good question. Ooh. Can I don't know if you have a code there. Ooh, let's go through. In terms of price, let's have a look here. So MSRP for the standard color, which is what you see here, is $1199.99. MSRP is in USD as well. So for those in Australia, you're wondering, it's $1199.99 USD. Now there are, with that said, there are special edition colors, special colors. They're quite poppy. If you want to see what those are, if you actually head over to the first day stream, they're over there as well. So you can definitely check out the different colors there. To be honest with you, there is a white, which I do think is really nice, but I think this gray and black version is what the winner is, I'd say. I really like this one. It kind of matches the whole Argent series, so yeah. Yeah, so in relation to Toro asks, what's it like for bigger fellas, and I kind of answered that. So this is great For us guys, I guess, it's super comfortable. It doesn't hug you. It doesn't make you feel uncomfortable. And the armrests are actually a really good middle ground. I find with some chairs they're a little bit too narrow for myself. So, how did you find them? Those armrests?
It's a nice chair. I love the chair so much. I'm someone who likes to spin around in chairs too, and it's very spinny. Has like a 9 out of 10 on the spinny chair scale, that's for sure. So if you like to spin around in your chair while you're procrastinating, this is the chair for you.
Miko Claudio asked, how many degrees will it recline? I haven't gone parallel in it, but I mean, all our normal gaming chairs go parallel, so if you want to sleep in it, you could.
I don't think it goes entirely like the full way,
Yeah.
but it does recline to a decent amount. Like if you had like you had some projection on your ceiling to watch, perfect chair to do it in.
Yeah. So you're not limited to like 45 degrees or anything like
No,
that.
you do get quite a bit of recline.
Is it more like a GT Fit or a GT Comfort? I would sway it to the GT Comfort side,
yeah, 100%.
but it is still a little bit different to that.
Yeah, no, it's not quite in the same. It's definitely in a league of its own.
Yeah, so
It really is.
I guess like with the GT Comfort, I did find it roomy, but you had like room to move. Where this kind of, as weird as it sounds, it kind of hugs you.
But not quite in the same way.
Doesn't lock you in.
Yeah, you don't feel like you're being locked in by it around your legs, especially. Yeah. Very, very true. Is it better than the E500? Do you mean the cyber chair? I wouldn't say better. I'd just say different.
Yeah, it kind of depends on what you're into.
Depends what you want. Yeah, like this one's very comfy. You could fall asleep in there. But I think the cyber chair is a great office chair, you know?
Yeah, so like you can tell the difference in I want to say weight, but it's not exactly weight. So like this chair is a bit more dense, and so you can feel it on your back more. I guess like you can feel all the material around you. Which with the cyber chair, I feel like it's a really light and airy kind of chair.
Yeah, they're just different.
Right?
Yeah, that's it. Absolutely. Very, very true. So yes.
Very space-looking chair.
You are correct. Does it come with additional pillow for support in the back? No, it doesn't, but I don't really feel personally that it needs it. Some chairs I do feel they leave a bit to be desired in the sort of lumbar lower area, and so the little pillow there will come in clutch. But for this chair, I actually feel like it actually supports my lower back quite well without one. I mean, you could definitely just pop one there if you want one, but I actually feel like it supports you really well anyway. I've never felt like my lower back needed more support with this particular chair, I think. So yes.
Also, can I know how heavy the chair is to lift up off the ground?
I'm gonna say heavy.
Look, I wouldn't do it after leg day.
No.
Or back day.
I would also warm up before doing it.
It's not to say it's like 60 kilos or something.
No, but
it's a big, cumbersome object.
Yeah, and also like it's meant to stay on the ground. Like that's the purpose of the chair.
I don't think you could grab it and yeet it across the room.
No, not like Michael yeeted the plastic chair in the video. So, yes. Cool. It's nice. I want to try it in person. I hope you get a chance to, Miko. It's very worth it. It's so comfortable. I could have a nap in that chair, honestly. Like if I'm having a long day at work, I could just sneak upstairs and just nap in the chair in the E700 quite happily, to be honest.
The gaming stuff asked if the cyber chair is the mesh one, right?
Yeah, correct. It is. Yeah. So like I said, they're not better or worse. They're just different chairs. It really depends what you're after in an ergonomic chair. But both are ergonomic chairs. It's one of those other gaming chairs that are all made by the sofas.
Well, I guess you can kind of answer that question yourself because you haven't really seen. I mean, it's got a really, I guess, stark look to it.
It does, yeah.
So if you have seen other chairs that look like it, which I don't think you would have.
No.
Yeah. So that goes to, I guess that kind of answers that question.
Yeah.
I love Thermaltake, but hate the price.
I mean,
I appreciate the love.
And right? Yeah. Thanks for the love. We appreciate that.
Yeah.
How big is the shipping package box? It is pretty big.
Yeah, a collective.
It is, yeah. Look, you're gonna need to chop that up and put it out in the recycling over a couple of days. But you know,
Is the box out there? I don't even
know if that's actually going to be the official box anyway.
Sure.
But yeah, it is quite heavy, the gaming stuff, but I think it comes especially down to the frame. The frame, because what it's made out of, the aluminium alloy, like it's sturdy. But that's what you want in a chair. You don't want a chair that's going to just fall over in the wind. So it is sturdy, it is heavy, but like I said, it's heavy where it's meant to be, you know, which is in the base.
Is the material used on the chair waterproof?
Well, it's leather.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't go spilling that much on it, but if you get a little bit on mid-game, drop a bit of Mountain Dew, I'm sure it'll come off. But I wouldn't go put it outside.
Yeah, so I guess it's a little bit different to like waterproof and water repelling.
Yeah,
It's
water
slightly
resistant and different.
So the properties of leather are a little bit more repelling. It's not waterproof.
But it is real leather as well. So yeah, you got to keep that in mind.
Easily wipeable.
Yes.
So yeah.
So DVL asked when are the chairs available to buy. In front of me, I have end of June for the standard models and then the mid of July for the GT models. So soon, apparently.
I think it's Janie or Johnny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But the back plate has lots of room for stickers.
It does. You could definitely accessorize. The back of the chair.
I mean,
100%.
yeah, like you get stickers from a lot of products these days, and I have no idea where to stick them.
Accessorize that.
So,
yeah,
good
definitely.
idea.
Definitely. Alrighty. Well, I think, if that's all the chat we have for the chair. We hope you guys love this chair as much as we do, because we love this chair. I personally think it's great. Jono likes it. We all like it. So, yeah, we're glad you guys seem to like it as well.
Yeah, that's it. All
Amazing.
right, well, we can move on from the chair, I think.
Yeah, well, that is sadly it, really, for our part of the expo. That's the last product we have to share with you all. But before we, say our goodbyes and have a tear-felt farewell, we're going to show you how Nick's going with the build. Let's check back in with Nick. Nick, how's the build going, man?
It's done.
It's done!
It's done. I'm praying that it'll boot.
So you haven't tested it yet at all?
Oh, wow. We get to go through
I
this
have been
together.
fiddling with the power cable down here, hoping that it's plugged into a wall, but I don't want to be making too much noise. So I guess we'll see, hey.
Wow, let's experience this together.
All right. If it doesn't turn on,
Sarah, fix the chat first.
blame Jono.
Me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we do have a tendency to just blame Jono.
Yeah,
Yes.
Apparently.
Did everyone say hi to Nick, or did I miss it? Everyone say hi, Nick.
Oh, it's okay.
Mainly because I just want to check if my
Just
chat's
try-
working.
I like that. Someone, Turbo asked, what's Nick doing there? And then someone followed up with just trying to find his way out.
Yeah, Nick's just like, I'm done. I quit.
Hostage situation, blink Morse code.
All right,
I'm glad you picked
so
up on
is
it.
everyone here? Is everybody ready? Is everybody ready
Yeah.
to see the PC turn on? Let's get some excitement. Let's get some hype. Are we ready? This
I
is the
am not.
PC that you may win. This PC might end up at your desk or, in your bedroom or in your study soon. You never know. Are we ready, chat? We're all ready? Yes.
People just want to see if it catches fire.
Yeah, people want to see if it catches fire.
Right.
That's
Look,
mainly
it'll
it.
either catch fire or it won't turn on. Those are two possibilities.
True. All
We'll see what
right.
happens, eh?
Could be like
Everyone's ready?
verge level embarrassment.
Yeah, I know,
Yes.
right?
Oh, God.
All right.
Please
You
no.
ready? You
All
ready,
right.
Nick?
Yeah. You want to give me a countdown?
Should we do a 3, 2, 1 chat?
Dude, we're hyping this up. It's scary.
I'm hyped.
No, too late,
I'm
I'm clicking it.
excited.
It's on.
Okay.
Oh, it didn't turn on. Yes.
It didn't turn on.
No. Which means that something is not plugged in, Jonathan. What is not plugged in?
It could be turned off at the power.
It
though.
could be turned off at the PowerPoint. It might not be Nick.
No.
It might not be Nick's fault.
Let's follow this massively long
Just
cable.
disconnect the power board and put the
Explosion.
yeah, just put it in there.
How much is that
put it
CPU
in
cooler
where,
retailed
Jonathan?
at AUD?
Ooh, the tough
The
liquid.
tough liquid.
We can get that
I
information.
can get that up for you.
And get
while
an
we're
MSRP.
waiting. While we wait, as
While
we're
Nick attempts
to salvage this thing. We promise this will work. Whoever gets this, we're not going to give you a busted PC.
Here you go.
Here you
a
go.
dead on
Fix it
arrival
yourself.
PC.
Oh, what is going on, Jonathan? What have you done with me?
No.
Jonathan.
Someone blames me, but
Always
Of
blames
course.
Jono.
can you just
Well,
build another PC
Just
for
build
us?
another PC. Like,
Yeah,
what
sure.
do
Give me
you-
25 minutes and some parts, and I can definitely have this done.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Easy.
Jono, just give me a faulty motherboard, my guy.
No, I don't think so.
It's always Jono's fault. Don't worry. If something doesn't work, it's usually Jono's fault.
Kira said, "Hire me. I could help Nick." We might have to, Kira. This might be Nick's final day.
Can you make it here in about 2 minutes?
Merrick is like he's sweating now. Yes.
Oh, I've been sweating like the entire time I've had to be on camera, buddy. Don't you worry.
hey, Nick. Here's a zinger.
Oh.
Noel says, "Fix it in post."
Can we
Okay.
do that?
See, the funniest thing about that, Noel, is that when Nick first started here, he often said to me that I could just fix everything in post. And I used to try to explain to him, no, you can't always fix everything in post. Sometimes you should aim to shoot it well and then not have to fix it in post. So there you go, Nick. Just fix this in post.
The irony is not lost on me, Sarah.
I'm so
Don't you
happy.
worry.
Thank you for that, Noel.
You're happy. I'm not happy.
So Jacko, in response to your question, the MSRP of the Tough Liquid Ultra is $209.99. But that's USD, isn't it?
Yeah. So you got to
Yep.
do the conversion and then add some GST on there. Thanks, old mates. Good
All
service
those
and tax.
extras, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not entirely sure what that converts
What's going
to.
on, fam?
Oh, I don't know, Sarah. This is the troubleshooting.
Someone's
portion
up.
of the
Yeah,
show.
I guess this is the troubleshooting
This
section.
is the troubleshooting segment.
So what happens? What happens when this happens?
So
right?
okay, so what does happen? So say you're building your first PC
Yep.
and you've done everything seems right. You press the power on button and it's not working. What is the first step to do?
So you kind of, I mean, if you,
Don't panic is obviously the first. Keely has
Oh,
supplied Nick with some tissues.
No. This is for.
these are the in case of emergency
In
tissues.
case of emergency tissues for Nick, so he can have a little cry.
Yeah. So I guess like you kind of start to work a little bit backwards. Generally, it can be as easy or as simple as a cable not being connected
All the
properly,
way?
which I believe someone in chat has actually mentioned.
Yes, I have checked the cables. Don't worry.
So
and I've
like,
made
you know,
sure the power
24
supply is
pin
turned on.
and your 8-pin CPU cable.
Don't worry.
You go from there and backwards. I don't think we have extensions in this, so you don't
No,
need to
we
double
do
check
not.
that.
Yep.
From there, because it is a fully modular PSU as well, so you'd look to see if it's connected to the PSU there. The other thing, you know, and it can be as simple and as embarrassing as this, but your PSU on the back, there's a switch and it has a circle or a solid line. The line is power on, the circle is no power. Obviously, Nick's already done that, right?
Of course, that was my number one thing.
I hope.
Because I get
Yeah.
that wrong all the time. That's my weakness.
That's your thing.
Yes.
Working back from there, it could be that the CPU is not seated correctly, or you know, it kind of sucks.
no,
but
yeah.
your
That makes me power.
motherboard could be dead as well.
Yeah.
So I mean, Nick,
Yes, I plugged it in right.
Nick might be thinking that the motherboard is kind of dead. Which we could essentially just do a motherboard and CPU swap. Which Nick is a gun, so that probably only take like 20
2
minutes.
seconds. Yeah.
you
20
know.
minutes.
20 minutes.
Dang.
2 seconds, Sarah.
2 seconds.
I think
1, 2.
you
It's
expect
done.
too much of me.
Cool. The first step is to drop this PC from 4 floors. There you go. That's the first step for troubleshooting. That's some great advice.
You definitely work in IT support.
Please make a YouTube movie about starting up PCs by Nick. We might have to look into that, Conpool. A series of Nick troubleshooting PCs. I think that could be interesting.
I could do a troubleshoot series.
Troubleshoot series,
Yeah,
yeah.
that'd be fine.
That could be
That could be a
interesting.
really good one.
That could be good. Nick, you are fired. Chat has officially fired you.
Fair enough.
You're off the team.
I'd probably fire me too at this point.
Chances of dead motherboard on arrival is like 1 in 10,000.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the actual stat, but it is very low. It is so low. And so
just very unlucky.
kind of really sucks.
If that happens to you, it's like that's just so unlucky.
Yeah, so like before you kind of conclude that, you would kind of go
Rule
back with
everything
the,
else out.
you know, the cables. Is the AC cable that you're using or the power cable to the power supply good?
Have you
Is the
connected?
power
That's
brick
actually a
okay
good
that you're
question. Is
using?
that cable good?
You know, that sort of stuff. You know, that's things to check.
Yep.
You always want to go with the easiest stuff first.
Yeah, rule those out, and then if
Yeah.
it comes to dismantling everything, then you got to do what you got to do. But at least you've already ruled everything else out first. There's nothing worse than like pulling everything apart and being like, oh, I just didn't plug it in the right thing in the wall, or the wall socket.
Yeah,
was
it's
dead
kind
or
of like,
something
I mean,
that.
I think I've done like I've done one where I didn't put the CPU, like the 8-pin in properly, because generally the 8-pin is the 4+4.
Yeah, on the
And
top.
sometimes you can sort of like misalign the 4+4.
Oh,
And
I
so
never
you
saw
can
something so
plug
simple.
one of the halves in properly,
And not
but then
the
the
other
other half is just like
Right.
a little bit mangled.
Yeah.
So that can be a thing, and that
Yeah.
took me a little bit to find. I'm like, where am I going
Yeah,
wrong here?
yeah.
Because like I tested to see if the PSU worked.
Yeah.
And you can do that the janky way, which is to jump two cables together with a pin or a clip. Sorry.
Oh yes.
But you could do it the official way with a PSU jumper cable. So you can suss to see if that works.
That's the thing.
And if the PSU, fans spin up, then you can tell that it's obviously a working PSU.
Yeah, there's something else.
Yeah.
That's the problem. What happens if the motherboard is dead and you need to return it? Do they take it back? I mean, surely you have to.
Yeah,
Can't just
well,
be like,
okay,
no, I
so-
don't believe you. The motherboard is fine.
Yeah, so I mean, if we're going to talk Australian market here, because I can't really comment on everyone's market, but consumer law here, if it is dead on arrival, like basically if you're doing a DIY build, your motherboard, you can conclude that your motherboard is dead, then for sure, if you've got your receipt, they're going to give you a new one.
Yeah.
They will run tests, and it's pretty simple. If like it doesn't boot, then it's like, it's dead.
And then you get a new one.
And yeah, they will, you go through your reseller, the person that you bought from, and they'll sort that out for you.
Yeah. Please check LED indication on the motherboard.
There is no LED indication because
Yeah,
the
not
board
on
is
this
actually
one.
not powering on. So that will not help us here either. But I have tested the PSU, and the PSU does turn on. So it's not a PSU issue.
So you're thinking it might be a motherboard issue?
Potentially.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I kind of need to take it down to my room downstairs and just kind of fiddle around some more, but probably a motherboard issue at this point.
Yeah. So I guess like, do we want to swap out to the Intel-based stuff? Is that something that you could do?
I could. I don't know how long that'll take me. It depends how much longer do we have on stream.
Yeah, I guess like we can ask the stream. Do you guys want to see that?
Yeah, I mean, do you want to see Nick quickly rebuild so that you can actually have something turn it on? Or are you guys like, nah, I'm ready to go to bed. It's like 3 a.m. for me. I'm done.
Yeah.
Let's just find out who
do a
wins.
follow-up video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to see a live PC autopsy. This happens when you watch The Verge's build tutorial.
Yeah, we must have like
Mate, it had a
poured
lot
on
of
the
views.
thermal
I was
paste.
told it was a good video.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's how Nick,
very
got his
informative.
degree. He watched that.
Yeah, that's right. Nick comes from the school of that video.
It's past their bedtime.
Past Jacko's bedtime.
Oh.
Jacko never sleeps.
Yeah, Jacko never sleeps.
What are you talking about?
I just assumed that
You
Jacko
go.
just like has like power naps while being awake.
Yeah, you sleep with your eyes open kind of thing.
Yeah. Just like during like a meeting and just sort of sleeps like this and then just doesn't move.
Kind of looks like me during a meeting.
That does look like you during a meeting, but that's just your standard. New code, Nick rebuild. I'm all in. Since
That
I'm
would be
waiting.
great if we could slip that one in there.
Yeah, right. Extra code. We've
That'd
actually
be
planned
awesome.
this. We planned for this to happen. Actually, we have
sure,
to keep
for
talking
sure.
for another half an hour anyway, so we just thought we would.
But it's fine.
Oh, it's
because
fine.
I have
Oh,
managed to fix it somehow.
Hey!
Nick is the god.
So he actually just plugged it in this time.
Did you not plug something in?
Look, if I'm going to tell you the honest answer, I unplugged and then replugged stuff in. I did the old IT trick of you just kind of jiggle everything around.
Yep, turn it off and back on again.
Yeah,
And,
like when
look,
IT support
that
tell
stuff
you,
works
have you turned it
wonders.
off and turned it back on
That
again?
was the equivalent of what Nick just did.
Yeah, he slapped the top of the case and hey
Went,
presto.
Yep, done.
Here we go.
Amazing. That's some hype, please. Some hype, some applause for
play those
Nick.
in.
Everyone. Yay!
Guys, girls, he performed under pressure. This is
Only
awesome.
minorly embarrassed.
Nick is never gonna forgive us for
Never.
this.
I am taking the next 3 weeks off work. See you later, guys.
Look, just to be clear, we will definitely run this through benchmarking tests
Yes,
before
we're not
we
going
send
to
it
give
out.
this to you. We're going to make sure it's good and working and functioning, and you're going to have a good time with this. It's not going to.
We're going to do like AIDA 64.
We will make
this
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
AIDA 64.
AIDA,
Chuck it an
Probably,
AIDA
I don't know,
64.
few graphic cards.
Bit of Thermark.
Ooh, what about Thermark? It's a bit of a... I mean, I guess I could. but
We're
it's not very
gonna
long.
WinZip some files with
Yeah,
this.
WinZip.
Oh, chuck 'em a WinZip, boys.
Basically, we're going to benchmark it. We're also going to stress test it, run it
Yeah.
through some stuff. So
Yeah.
then we want to make sure that whoever receives this doesn't have to worry about
Yes.
any of that nasty tech stuff.
So you can just plug in and go with this beautiful new boy.
Look how. Listen,
It looks
I'm
nice.
going to say look how quiet it is, but you can't exactly
You
look
can't even
at
hear
something
it right
that's
now.
quiet.
Like it's just
Look,
completely
it's getting
silent.
late. Can I use that excuse or what?
Amazing. When Jacko G Freak does sleep, he sleeps deep and without interruption because his Thermaltake case is super silent. Hey, Toby!
I'm into that.
Someone works in marketing, or if they don't, they
yeah.
should.
Send in your resume.
100%.
Amazing. Could you make sure it can run Crisis?
Which
We'll
one? The
make
remastered?
Yeah.
or-
Yeah, we'll
Which
make
one?
sure. Definitely. We're amazing. Well,
Be sure to
There you
activate
go.
the windows.
activate the windows.
No
Yeah.
need. Microsoft doesn't force you to do it. It's fine. you can run a copy of free Windows 10 forever and a day.
Don't tell the people that.
You just can't
yes,
change your
Ella,
background.
100% yay.
Look with your ears. That's right.
Yes.
Look deep with your ears.
Look with your ears. 100%.
Amazing. Well, Nick is just finishing off the final touches, and then he'll pop the two tempered glass windows on the side as well. And Nick is a god with cable management too, so do not worry. I know you can kind of see the back there, but it is nice and neat. We don't have Jono building today, so it's actually neat.
Oh, we
shots
didn't touch
fired.
on the fact that, like, what is it using for storage?
What is it using for storage? Good question, Merrick.
Oops. That's a good question there. So we're using an NVMe.
Yes. So
Ah.
M.2.
Yeah.
As so. You know,
500 gigabyte
Spit.
Kingston model.
some spit because we love our M.2s here.
Mm-hmm.
Love
Keeps
them.
things nice
I'm a
and
fan.
clean
Oh,
cable-wise.
yes.
However, if the person that receives this wants some more storage, then you could
Tons of
definitely grab
space.
1
Grab
or
an
2
HDD,
terabyte HDD
Grab
and
an
store
SSD
everything
as
you
well. There's tons of places to mount them. It'll be super easy. So yeah,
want. Nick is now pressure tested. Yes.
we pressure tested Nick. Well done. YJKT says, well done, Nick.
It's a Gen
Thank you very
3.
It's fine. I knew something like this was going to happen anyway.
It's
I
always
knew.
the way. You
I
build
was-
100 PCs and nothing has an issue with the 101 that you do on the stream.
I was standing there and the chair was being filmed. And I'm like, I should probably test this
It
beforehand.
hurts, but it's true.
Dan knows what's up.
Yeah, he knows. He knows my cable management sucks. I mean, if you
Yes.
want to see an example of my cable
Look at
management,
the SSD real-time
yeah, the
install
real-time install
on
of
our
the
channel.
SSD is
Oh, it's painful.
there's a panel pop
just-
section. It's
Oh.
actually hilarious.
It's painful.
It's like, oh, that's how bad it is.
Let's seal that up. Amazing. Well, I guess that's probably going to be about it. Remember to enter into the giveaway if you want to win this PC that we're looking at right here to my right. If you want to win this, 'cause this could be in your home well, not right now, obviously, because it's here right now. But in a couple of weeks' time, this could be in your house.
I was like, are you pointing at me? You
Jono,
can't win me.
Jono could be
I
in
mean,
your house.
That would be a very bad prize.
That would be
prize.
No, I'm pointing to this so I can see on the screen that there's something next to me.
It's a PC in the middle
Yeah,
of
the
us?
PC's here.
Dude, that's sick.
PC's
That's
right here.
That's
Hi,
awesome.
PC.
Like, could I lick it?
You,
Nah,
I
I'm not
mean,
going
you
to
could.
do
It'd
that.
be a bit weird though because I'm physically right next to you.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, right?
So remember to enter the giveaway because you could win this PC yourself, which is pretty exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nobody and streamed myself build a PC using Tower 100 and got 1K view. Thanks, Thermaltake. Well, good on you, Aaron.
You're welcome.
Good for you. Tower 100 is a gorgeous case, so good choice in case. And, we're glad you got some views. That's very exciting.
That's rough as.
That's rough. It's
I'm
rough as.
just taking it all.
Oh, that's so great. So there you go. So there's that. Is that about it?
Last comment's great. I want that, and if I can't get the PC, just give me Nick.
Wow, Nick, would you like to be given to Hein?
Yes, but I request a king-size bed.
Oh, Kira has a good point. Should we have Nick just autograph the PC?
Wait, could we all autograph the PC?
They
That'd
asked
be
about
cool.
you,
That'd be
Sarah,
really
mate.
cool. But we
That'd
should
be cool.
ask. Do people
yeah,
want that?
I guess if you guys want that, we could all do a little. We could do a.
We wouldn't do it on the
sneaky
glass. It'd
We
be on
could
the
do
inside
it
of
on
the steel.
inside of the steel, I guess. Up to you guys.
Yeah.
Cut to everyone being like, ew.
No, gross.
We don't want your signatures. That's gross.
My signature looks cool though.
Does it?
No, it's a J and an N.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think it does look cool. I think I've seen it. It's pretty average.
Wow, man.
Shots fired. Amazing. Well, there you go. We hope you guys have enjoyed Nick Nation, Noel said. You're the fan.
Hey, Noel.
We've got some fans. We hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Remember to enter the giveaway with the Gleam link. The stream following ours will also feature more codes as well, so you can enter into the user experience stream. There is another PC that they're giving away that you'll see in more like how many hours? 9 hours.
I can't do the math. So
Nine-
in a few more hours.
8 or 9 hours. The user experience stream, they're giving away a gorgeous Tower 100 pre-built that they do, which is stunning. So if you want a chance to win that, you can also enter the Gleam link and potentially win that as well, which is really cool.
Yeah, so we don't stream, like, you won't see Sarah and I stream again tomorrow.
Yeah,
I believe
this is the end.
is bon voyage for us.
This is the end, everyone.
However, if you do want to catch more of us and some more of the crew here, you totally can.
Yep.
If you jump over to the Thermaltake Australia YouTube channel,
which
will probably
we'll
be
cheeky plug
entered
in
into the chat there with a cheeky
go subscribe
pluggeroo.
to our channel. You can see tons of content from us and Nick.
You can definitely see Nick. Nick does some really sweet
some
dream
awesome
builds
on our channel.
So
as
and
well.
they turn on first try.
They do every time.
Yeah. So,
Don't they, Nick?
But yeah, just to reiterate what
we
Sarah
definitely
has
don't edit
said,
them out.
that's the end for us two here. We have really enjoyed seeing everyone in the chat.
Thank
We
you for
really,
coming out.
really greatly appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's been awesome being able to talk to you all.
Yeah, we were a bit scared we would just have like my mum in the chat. And
Yeah.
that would be about it.
Yeah.
So we appreciate you guys for being here. And yeah, we hope you've enjoyed all the awesome products that we've shown you over the last 2 days.
Yeah.
And of course, there is still more of the expo though. Just because us here in Australia, the product discussion 2 streams are done, it doesn't mean that the expo's done. There's still
Well, if you want to
awesome
see
days.
a sweet custom cool build go on, then that's something that you should stick around for.
Yep.
I'm
user
not entirely
experience.
sure what case they're building in.
I think it's on Divider 500.
Yeah, so it
is
should
as
be a
well.
really cool build
Yeah,
in
stick
that
around,
one.
make sure you watch that and get the codes for
Get
that
the
as
codes,
well.
all the codes.
Yes.
And just to confirm, Nick's rebuild is not a real code.
No,
as
don't
much
try
as
and
we'd
enter
like
that
that to
into a
be.
code.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us.
Alrighty.
Take care, stay safe out there, and from all of us here, we say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Hope to see
Say
you
bye,
on the
Nick.
YouTube.